Okay. Should be live.
Okay. Hey, trying to find us
Quit.
here. Okay. Here we are. Good morning, good morning. It's still morning. Just a few more minutes.
Stop it.
Beautiful day here. I think it's just now turning over into 70, 71, something like that. High is supposed to be almost 80. It's going to be a really nice Christmas. I hate to make you guys feel bad that's up there in the snow because I remember what that's like. Don't want to ever do that again. Oh, there
Quiet.
goes the UPS guy. Yeah, the UPS guy and the little golf cart. Believe it or not, when we first come down here, we was just so tickled to see that we actually took pictures and sent it to the UPS that Skip worked at. Sent it to all the guys up there and told them this is their retirement dream, is to run their UPS golf cart down here. They got a big kick out of it, but they do it a little different now than what they did back then. But they're still hauling stuff. So, God bless them. I don't know what I'd do without them sometimes because I have sent and received a lot of stuff from Amazon and from UPS and from FedEx, and so they serve a purpose out there. They really do. So, how are y'all doing today? Nice if you got special plans. Anything for Christmas? Anything special? I mean, we know the normal. The normal thing, is big Christmas dinner and that kind of thing. And a lot of us down here aren't with family, and so it makes it a little bit different. A lot of us have reservations at certain places for dinner. I don't know how many places there is that's actually open on Christmas Day. I'm sure some of the country clubs are, but Skip used to tell me, and that's one of the sure things, that you could always find a truck stop that was open. Because he told me he was going to take me to dinner on Christmas Day. I said, "Where are you going to go on Christmas Day that's open?" And I said, that was before we lived here. But anyhow, like I said, we went down to the truck stop and had Christmas dinner because they're always open, it seems. And then, they started closing for their to drivers only. Now most of them aren't like that. That particular one did, but most of them aren't like that. So we're going to have a nice dinner with Karen and Kevin Jacks, and unless it's going to make it a special Christmas. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet here. Let's see. Hey, Julie. Merry Christmas to you guys. Back the badge says Merry Christmas. Oh, and there he is. Oh my goodness, I wish I could turn this around for you to see. But I can't. And evidently he's delivering a package here. But this is the UPS on the golf cart. Thank you. We're on live. Say hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Yeah, I got a package. Yeah, like I said, we got a big kick out of that at one time. So, but they're everywhere. Except, I went to send, one of my granddaughters told me what she wanted for Christmas, and I went to send it. And I was going to have it done by the store because, they do the shipping and everything, and that way you don't have to worry about boxing it up and dragging it down to the post office. And I said, I found out that particular company, actually it was Walmart, and they didn't deliver to that area because she's in North Dakota, right on the border, and they didn't deliver in that area, so I actually had to send it by mail. But that was kind of a surprise to me, because most everybody does. It's for me, I know. Most everybody does. They send things out, and I said, that's the convenient way to do it now. Let them send it. And but bless his heart, the UPS guy. I said he's just tooling around here on his golf cart. He's having a good time. The weather's nice, and let's see. Oh, Laura says Merry Christmas from suburban Chicago, studying her choir music for this afternoon's Christmas Eve service. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you going to the Christmas Eve service. So, well, good luck to you, Laura. I know it'll be a beautiful service. In yeah, it is kind of cool. Like I said, when I seen the first time we seen the UPS driver on the golf cart, it was a novelty. But after a few years, we've gotten used to it. So, and we've gotten used to it. So, but it is kind of cool. But they've got a certain area up on Morse Boulevard that's where they're not warehousing, but that's where they kind of keep all their stuff. And all the golf carts go from there. They load up and then go to each of the individual villages from there. But it's kind of cool to see. And we don't see as much. When we first come down here, you've seen a lot of specialty golf carts. There's one that it was a pilot at one time, and he had made his golf cart into a jet, and it had the sound. He had the sound in there to make it sound like a jet engine, and it even had the wings that would come out when he had it on display. The wings would come out, and it really looked like a jet plane. It was so cool. And when he turned the sound on, that noise, I said it was unbelievable. But you don't see as many of those nowadays. I don't know why. That generation getting a little older, but you would think there'd be some more novelty golf carts than that. But I haven't here lately. You just don't see many of them. You see the newer ones, the Atomics and some of those kind, but you don't see the ones that are decorated like fire engines and semi trucks and airplanes and stuff like that. There used to be a lot of them. You go around the square and see them everywhere, and now you don't see them much anymore. Merry Christmas, Carol. Brian and Carol from Long Island. Let's see. Merry Christmas from sunny but chilly Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. But bad at 44. I would like 80s better though. Well, 44, you got to admit, for your area, 44 is a plus. What are you looking for?
I can't find my microphone, and I just had it because I shut it off in there because I could hear feedback.
Oh.
I had it in there, and I can't find it at all. I don't have no idea. It's not in my pockets. It's not in there on the counter. I didn't go nowhere else.
It's on your hat, honey.
Is it? Shit.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, my goodness.
No, yeah. Here.
Ain't you chewy? All right, get up here.
What's the matter with you today?
I don't know. He's been weird. And that little sheepdog, that's his little girlfriend. So, Rich says, Merry Christmas from Warminster, Pennsylvania. 43 degrees today. May get 3 inches of snow Friday. Oh, my goodness. We'll enjoy the 43. Let's see. Mark Ryan says, Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, it's, bye.
You!
That's, no. That's Buddy's buddy. That's Tony. He always gives you biscuits, doesn't he? Yeah, he always gives you business. Yeah. And he's on, in the evening, him and his wife are Mr. and Mrs. Claus out on Hillsborough Trail. They got huge decorations up, and like I said, they sit out there in their Santa outfits and say hi and take pictures with the kids and stuff like that. So if you're going down Hillsborough Trail tonight, but yeah, he's crazy about Buddy. He's got a little Shih Tzu too. Her name is Avie, little black and white. She's about half the size of Buddy, but she's a cutie. Gringo Loco says Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad. Yes. I always like that. The Christmas song. It was on one of the Chevy Chase movies. The Milikaliki Maka, yeah. Oh, Tammy says we've had the UPS driver, UPS cart driver, living at our house since we moved in. I understand. I said they make their rounds, and Buddy hates the
I
truck.
was going to do that when I first retired. When I found out about the UPS guys they hire and golf carts and a trailer to go around and deliver and just sitting there, he doesn't go all over. Every golf cart has a specific area. They meet at a postal station, and the UPS trucks bring the packages. They separate them early in the morning, put them on the trailers for the different sections they go to. I just thought to myself, that'd be a good part-time job for me, being a retired UPS guy. So I called him about doing a job. He looked it up and he goes, "Oh, but you were a UPS driver in Indianapolis, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "We can't hire you." I said, "Why not?" He said, "It's a union agreement that once you retire, you can't work for UPS anymore."
Yeah,
Go figure.
yeah. Oh, Bill B says hi. He's watching from work.
Did we start early or something? Because we got 60 people on here. Is all we got.
It's only 11:59 now,
Oh,
so we did start early.
I can't keep track sometimes.
Okay. Jerry Bell says time for the home
What's that mean?
because you left your
Oh,
you couldn't find your
well,
mic. Time for the home.
like the old lady walk around look. Well, I'm not going to say anything. I had an aunt, and she had a lot of memory loss, not dementia or anything. I don't know the medical name, but it was hardening of the arteries of her brain or veins or whatever. And remember Aunt Miriam? And I'd call her once in a while because she was in an assisted living, I think, in Indianapolis. And it was a nice place. And she got along fine in there. And the staff said that she was just wonderful to work with. But she'd call me up sometime. She'd forget what time it was. It didn't make any difference. And I answered the phone. I put her on speaker once because I didn't know what to say to her, and I wanted Sue to hear this conversation because I don't know what to tell her because she's not grasping. She's wanting to know if I'd seen her phone because she can't find her phone. And I was listening to her, and I said, "When was the last time you had it?" She said, "Well, last time I had it," she said, "I can't remember." She said, "But I think I was talking to Ron or somebody. It was her son." I said, "Well, it's probably laying down right there." And then it dawned on me after a while. I thought, "Well, wait a minute. What are you talking on right now?" And she was talking on her own phone, but she was looking for her phone.
Yeah. Actually, what happened is she left a message on our recorder,
Yeah, that's what it was.
and she run the tape out. It went that long, talking about she can't find her phone, and this was all on tape.
And one of them first started off, "Hello, are you there? Hello, can you hear me? Are you there?" And that went on for a long time.
Yeah. But yeah, it was it's funny, but it also not funny. But it's one of those things where we've done it too. T.R. Maines. It's Robin. She's a Merry Christmas Eve, Skip and Sue. It's already 73 degrees here in Oklahoma. Well, good for you.
73
Yeah,
in Oklahoma.
yeah. Well, I said the warm front, we're moving through, and then the cold front's
In
coming
the winter
after.
time, there were several states out west that I really hated to drive through because they had bad reputations. One of them was on Highway 40. When you got around Tucumcari, New Mexico to Roswell, New Mexico. Roswell, is that the name of the town? It's all Indian reservations, flatland. That they had cattle gates that went across the interstate with lights on top of them that would blink. It snowed out there, it would blow so hard and be so bad, they would just go out and shut the cattle gates across the interstate. You're done. You're stopped right there for who knows how long. That was one place I hated. Amarillo, Texas, believe it or not, could be just downright bad because they don't have snow removal stuff there, and it's just bad. So there's several places out west, and Oklahoma is one of them states that I tried never to drive through
Take
back
it
then
easy.
because it's flatland, and it didn't take a lot of snow to make the roads just slick and hazardous.
Yeah, yeah. So 73. That's great, Robin.
Oh, I
Really.
bet they're loving that.
Well, everybody's had kind of this warm shot. For Chicago to get in the 40s, Yeah, this time of year,
Well,
that's pretty
somebody
good.
put something on Discord last night about Christmas Day or whatever here in Florida being in the 20s and 30s.
No, that's New Year's.
Oh, maybe so
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Next week we're gonna get it. Monday's still gonna be in the 70s, but Tuesday it drops down to the high of 58. So that's gonna be a shock to my system.
Might have been Laura. Laura keeps up with that weather out there.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Evan. Like I said, the poinsettias are beautiful, but like I said, I don't know how much they're going to last. How long? They did good. Now they've been here for I think about a month now, so they've been very good.
Elizabethtown, PA. I've been there.
Well,
I've been everywhere.
yeah. And somewhere in the sun says Roswell or Ruidoso. I don't think I've ever heard that name.
Red Bus is in Texas.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember it. There's a big TA truck stop there, and I used to stop there to get fuel and stuff. And I just can't remember the name of that town. I want to say Roswell, but that might be where the flying saucer crashed.
Yes, that is.
I don't remember.
Let's see. William Walsh says, Merry Christmas from cold Annapolis, Maryland. So you guys ain't got the warm weather yet, huh? Joseph Smith says, nice warming trend in southwest Ohio, 50s and 60s through the weekend, then 30s next week. Yeah, it's a-coming. I mean, winter's a-coming. The official winter started, what, Sunday? I think was the official start of winter, which means you're going to have a little bit more daylight, a little bit each week, and I'm noticing it too. Buddy gets up about the same. He wakes up at the same time every morning, and it has been in the dark. And so as it gets lighter longer, and I said we won't be getting up in the dark. Well, we probably will, but we won't be walking in the dark. Kevin says, how cold next week? They haven't been showing the whole week because it's too early yet, but they showed Monday in the 70s, but Tuesday the high would be 58. So they didn't show the rest of the week yet because it's a little early, but I think they'll probably be showing it probably today or tomorrow. They'll show you the rest of the week. And nice, everybody's going to get hit by the cold front. And I said, just like the warm front come through. It's we're warmer than what they are in Chicago. And I said, we won't be as cold as what they are in Chicago. But yeah, 58 for your low temperature is not bad, but 58 for your high, that's a little shock. Kathy B in the 603 says, hi, Skip and Sue. It's a winter wonderland here in the 603. Fresh 3 inches of snow.
I thought she was down here.
She was for a while, but she had to go back.
Was she over at Rizzo's? I thought I met her at Rizzo's Christmas thing.
No, I don't think so. No.
I can't keep track of everybody.
Yeah. Somewhere in the sun says Ruidoso is a mountain town in New Mexico just west of Roswell. Okay.
And what?
It's a mountain town just west of Roswell in New Mexico.
What?
Ruidoso.
Ruidoso, well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I get mixed up where I am half the time.
Okay. Spaceship Earth says, Skip, I'm a lurker, but wanted to say thanks for your Adam the Woo video. I think YouTube suggested your channel to me a few years ago because I am an avid Woo fan.
Yeah, I was shocked. Totally shocked.
Yeah, he was a very good YouTuber.
Well, he's the only guy I know that does a video every day, and he has for years. It's called the Daily Woo. He does every day. I'm just wondering, 51 and dying in his sleep, it has to be one or two things, heart attack or an aneurysm. He just got back from a big European vacation over there.
Yeah, and I haven't seen those.
Well, you probably ain't. He's dead.
Well, but I mean, when he first went there, though, he had one out, didn't he?
I'm just wondering if that had anything to do with it. You always got to wonder about stuff, but I don't know. And his mom and dad just lived down the road, and that's one thing. Parents should never have to bury their children.
Yeah. Elaine Skursky says, Merry Christmas from Clinton, New Jersey. 42 degrees. I started the holiday great, fell down 4 stairs, got a big egg on my, oh my goodness, on my head. We're buffering.
Mine's not.
Well, must be my phone then. Let's see. Oh, Jerry wants to know if you got any alien poop for Christmas.
I still got that alien poop in there next to my computer. I ain't never
Yeah,
ate all that yet. We don't do
yeah,
W&L, and that was a fun joke on W&L, offering people alien poop.
yeah. Resters is getting ready for predicted 5 to 8 inches of snow on Friday in central Pennsylvania. Yay. He said that's sarcasm. Gringo wants to know, Jerry, are your halls properly decked? And TR says, time to break out the shorts today. This type of weather rarely happens here at Christmas. Yeah, I know, and some of the people that were talking about 43 and 44, and I said, that's not their normal weather this time of year. So yeah, enjoy it while you can. Winters are coming for us. Yeah, Tammy Ferguson says she was shocked about his death. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I haven't seen anything yet about the cause.
The state ordered an autopsy, I know that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Anytime a death happens like that, you don't have a choice. The state orders an autopsy.
Yeah.
And it'll be up to the parents, I think, whether they want to release the autopsy report.
Yeah. Joseph Smith says tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. That's the truth. Enjoy what you got while you can. And I said living here kind of gives you a real in-depth idea of how that happens, I mean, everybody knows that nobody lives forever. But I said around here, because of the age, it's just so prevalent to lose a neighbor or a friend. And it's hard sometimes. Yeah, it is for me, anyhow. So, like I said, I've watched a lot of neighbors go, and I said some of them it seemed like it was way before their time, but that's
Well,
God's
remember,
gift.
what's his name back here? I played golf with him all the time. I don't remember his name. The guy that fell down and banged his head.
Oh, Charlie?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is his name, Charlie?
Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, he was an active guy.
Oh, yeah?
He had a big motor home. They used to go down to Key West, and they spent a month down there in the wintertime, and he played golf every day, and I don't know what else they did, but I think that's the thing that's shocking. When somebody's active every day, does a lot of stuff every day, and then all of a sudden you find out he's in the hospital 2 hours later, he passed away. It's like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah. And then that's the biggest killer is falls. Falls is really, really bad, especially you get to a certain age, and your balance is important.
Well, that's why I keep bringing it up on the news once in a while. I'll bring these reports up about saying, the thing that kills more people over the age of 65 than anything or leads to their death is falls. People
Yeah.
always say, why do you keep talking about it? Because we've lost friends from that.
Yeah.
So my dad, he'd fall in the house all the time, and I mean, it can be a very serious issue when you're 80 years old or 90 years old.
Yeah. Well, and look what I did with just one fall. Messed up my knee and my ankles, and just crushed everything. So
So
just
I'm
one
not trying
fall.
to irritate anybody, but what I am trying to do is get you to understand, because you're no different than anybody else. You can fall.
And Merry Christmas, Skip and Sue from Ray and Linda. Hey, you guys. Now they were at Rizzo's party.
Ray and Linda?
Yeah. Alfonso Smith says, Powerball tonight, then I'm coming to the villages. I wished.
There's
Yeah.
had a few winners around here that
Yeah.
lives in the villages.
Yeah.
One of them got
they
$1 million prize. Somebody else got like a $100,000 prize.
Can't get it.
There was another one here a while back that got it at a Publix grocery store, I think. So there've been quite a few winners here.
Yeah.
100,000 don't sound like much when the guy next door got $1 million.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I'll take that 100 grand.
Well, right now it's past $1 billion.
I don't know what I'd do with that money. I'd give it away. I really would.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about giving money away.
Well, if you take the cash option, it was like $707 million with the cash option. So.
The way I understand it, by talking to, remember the guy in Pendleton that won the lottery and he started that horse farm across the street from our farm? I talked to him for a little while, and I forget what he won. Back in the day, it was a lot of money. Like, he won like, I don't even know what it was. It was like $500,000 or something. Today, that's like nothing, right? But I was talking to him. I said, well, do they give it to you all in one lump sum? He said, I had a choice. If I took so much a year for 20 years or something like that, he said, then I get the full amount of the lottery. if I took it in one lump sum, you take a portion of what the actual lottery was.
Yeah.
In his case, $500,000. If he took one lump sum, he got like 350,000 or something like that. And I said, well, what happens if you die? He said, well, the first thing that that the lottery in Indiana advised him was, go get a lawyer before you come and pick up your money. Get a lawyer, and he'll tell you what to do to protect your assets here in case you pass away, and you can give it to a family member or whatever, and the money will keep coming.
Yeah.
And there's a way you have to submit that paper also to the lottery system, so they have that on record of who that's supposed to go to. So if I won $1 billion, I'd have to call a lawyer. And down here, guess what? We don't know the guy. I'd have to call a lawyer in Indiana
You'd have to
somewhere.
call Linda.
I'd call Bryce. I'd call Linda. No, she don't do it anymore. She
No.
said she's not licensed to work here.
Oh, okay.
She wouldn't defend me anyway. She'd throw me in the pit. I irritate those girls. Something terrible.
Wrestler says Mary Grumpymus. Skip.
Mary what?
Grumpymus.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, Rich A says he's got 10 tickets for tonight's drawing. I thought last night was the last one. I didn't know they had another one tonight. And Sherry at the lake says Merry Christmas to and Skip and all in the chat. It's here, ready or not. Yeah, that's true. Joseph Smith, wouldn't it be wonderful if you won a large lottery, the amount of people that you could help through charity? You bet.
Is it
And
just me?
I've been thinking that maybe.
I'm not getting hardly anything on the chat.
Really?
No.
Oh, well, I'm still going here.
Well, I see the chat, but you're reading stuff that I don't even see.
Oh, okay. Just do it over again.
Huh?
Go blank and go back to your page. That's what I have to do. But yeah, if you think about it, I would really, they had a big article, was it yesterday's paper or today's paper, about the Make-A-Wish. And we used to do we used to take up for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and they had something on there that kind of surprised me. That,
Now I got it.
A couple people here in the villages, and they actually got to pick who their money helped. And I didn't know they did that. I said, when we were doing it, they didn't. We just give the money to the company itself. And they decided, who got the wish and that kind of thing. But from the way this paper read, they got to decide what family they wanted to help. So
Now watch.
that was kind of different. And I'd kind of like to do that again, and maybe not,
Stop it.
maybe not to Make-A-Wish, but
Oh.
but one of the charities. I think we should. We've got the draw. We've got the people. I think it's something we should do in the new year. We're going to think on it. Anyhow.
What am I thinking on?
On whether to do another charity thing, like we did with the Make-A-Wish.
I don't do that live show anymore.
Well, I know, but I mean, we're on live every Wednesday now, so I mean, we could always
Yeah, and this
do it this way.
and this here can change real quick.
Yeah,
Nobody
well-
comes to it. There's no money here. This is a business for me. There's
Okay.
just no money here.
Okay. Yeah, Kevin says Powerball tonight and Mega Millions on Friday. Yeah. Oh, and you love my shirt? I like this shirt too. Somebody's got a shirt just like it. Somebody that we're acquainted with, and I can't remember who it is now. But I've got a blue one and a red one. So, and this is the Christmas shirt. The blue one I wear all the time, but it still has the shells that make a Christmas tree.
You guys see all this stuff on the window? You probably can't see all of it.
Yeah.
Sue puts all the Christmas cards you guys send on the window right up here.
Yeah, and like I said, the camera's not showing up.
You see some. No, you can't see any, can you?
No, it's up. And I said the camera's not showing that high. They're all in the top window.
Let me see if I can raise it without. If I shut it off, hang on, I'll be back.
It's always one of those things where you think, what am I going to do with all these Christmas cards? And it just dawned on me, that you guys might like to see them. It's just not showing.
Well, the problem is, in order for me to raise this up to see the cards, I cut you off at the neck. Well, anyway,
Anyhow.
I'll just put some up here. There's cards right there, and now I'm going to put it back down.
Yeah, I'll remember next time and maybe put them on the bottom level. But yeah, all the nice Christmas cards that I've got that y'all sent me, I've just taped them to the window. So I just thought that was cool that I got to see all of them. But I thought you could see all of them, but maybe not. No, next time I'll know better. Wrestler says he loves your Christmas shirt too.
My Christmas shirt.
Yeah, it's nice to see the celebratory effort he put into today's life.
Oh yeah. I'm all about Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Ever since we don't have Christmas at home with the family, Christmas spirit they call it has left me. I don't have any. I don't exchange gifts. I will go to parties, but I'm not big on anything else really.
And Mr. Rizzo says, "Hey, Skip, Sue, and Village people, Merry Christmas." Well, Merry Christmas to you. They're pushing your videos, Bill. They really are. I've seen a lot of them now on the YouTube Shorts, and I know you said you had a bunch of followers now. Boy, I said, tell these people where you're at, and I said, have them come follow you. Get that number up, because a lot of these people will, you know.
I put you on my YouTube sometimes. I can't remember where, but I advertise your YouTube channel. You can advertise it on Discord. Matter of fact, you can put one of your shorts on there once in a while to kind of, spur things along if
Yeah.
you're really interested. But I will tell you, just as a little hint, you can do what you want. Shorts are fine, but once you start getting enough followers where you can make a buck or two to monetize, your videos are all going to be demonetized because you're playing monetization music that's down to squares.
Yeah, you'll have to change some of that. Put your own music in there or something after you get.
And trust me when I tell you, that sucks because you can never find music that goes along with the dance steps.
Oh, and some of them can see the cards. Tiara says she can see her card. She had the snowman card that she made. And Laura says she can see some. Yeah, the whole window, the top windows are covered with them. So,
That's
let's
not
see.
all of them. I think there's some in the house too on that counter in there.
Well, I haven't finished, so,
Oh.
you know, I was doing other things.
Where's Julie?
I don't know, she was on here at first,
Oh,
so.
was she? Is she coming down?
Gringo Loco says, I'm with you, Skip. Call me Grinch Loco.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be your new name.
Yeah, everybody called me a Grinch and all this and that. Listen, we used to do Christmases when we had the kids and their friends, and Dick Rummer was still alive, and his wife and his kids. His kids were like our kids were like his kids, and you know how it goes. When we had Christmas, I mean, they were just like big. We had presents, so sometimes you couldn't even hardly get into the room. There was so many presents wrapped up in there. And the worst of it was after everybody opened their gifts was cleaning up the mess. Whose is this? Where did this go? It's just.
Oh, but it was so fun, yeah.
And with the Christmas tree decoration and stuff, we had them, yeah, and the outside lights all over the house and everything. We had all that.
My Skip's mother got us all blue lights because we had boys. And so she got us all blue lights to put on our house. So our house was covered with blue lights. And at first I thought that was odd. And I thought, why would she buy blue lights? And then she explained, because of the boys. And I thought, well, I guess that's okay. I like the multicolored lights, but she had a purpose for buying blue lights. So, but it was really, really nice. And we had, every square inch. It's just like the yard. Our yard up there looked like a golf course. Down here, it's a little bit tricky. And we don't pay the attention to it that we used to up there. So, but same way with the Christmas lights. Kevin Jack says 62 degrees for the high next Tuesday. Okay, they were saying 58, so maybe it's warming a little bit
When are we
warmer.
supposed to go to Kevin's for dinner?
Christmas Day.
I don't know.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
This is Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Ready for the home.
I'm amazed we got this many people even on here because I can remember what Christmas Eve was like for us, but that was my first day off of work. If I was on the road, I usually try to get home by Christmas Eve morning. I would call my buddy Dick, and Christmas Eve was reserved for just me and him, and we went Christmas shopping and ate Christmas dinner and did all kinds of fun stuff all Christmas Eve day.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, y'all seen Mr. Rizzo's site now. Go subscribe. William Rizzo 1285.
Well, that's what he is on here, but I don't know that's what his YouTube channel is.
I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
And Jackie Van Auken says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, honey. Hope you have a very, very nice Christmas. Like I said, we're basking in the sun here, so wherever you are, I'm hoping it's good.
Does it irritate you that I'm sitting outside in my shorts? I hope not.
Yeah, it's Buddy, Buddy's got a new chewy, and this is peanut butter. It's still the Himalayan chew, but it's the peanut butter that Aunt Judy gave to you, didn't she? Yeah, Tulu didn't. Tulu doesn't care for them unless Buddy's eating them. Then she wants them. So she just brought them to me. Yeah. It's been, I said, we have pretty decent weather all week, actually. And it's been chilly in the morning, but to where I didn't have to wear my heavy coat. It was just a light jacket's all I needed. But
What was the temperature this morning?
it was like 59 when we walked. So not bad.
It's not bad.
No.
I mean, you want to talk to some of the people up here in Montana?
Yeah. And TR says it doesn't irritate her that you're in your shorts. She's in hers too.
So what now?
Robin, she says it doesn't irritate her that you're in your shorts. She is too in Oklahoma.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised how many people up north hate it. I mean, they just literally hate it. That they're up there, there's a snowstorm going on or something like that, and you're down here at 75 degrees and you send them a picture of you sitting by the pool and they hate it.
Yeah.
So I try not to bring it up.
Yeah. Well, I remember, and I said when I used to come down here by myself, I'd send you pictures, and it didn't take you long to get down here. Sherry at the Lakes is hitting 72 here today in Mid, Missouri, which isn't normal at all, and I love it. Yes, I understand. And I said, I just, that you're not used to that kind of weather. And I think I read somewhere that this might be the warmest Christmas on record for
Well, I
the
know
United
some
States.
of the RV channels I watch are out there in Quartzsite, and they say it's the warmest month of December in Quartzsite that anybody can remember. So I don't know if that means anything or not, because Quartzsite's in the middle of the desert. If you've been out there, I've been out there. I'm not as a camper, but as a trucker coming home, leaving LA area. If you're taking the southern route home, you have to go through Quartzsite, and it's a sight to see. I remember the first time we went across there. It must have been in the winter time, and just all of a sudden, when you come out of Blythe, California, you come down the mountain, and then all you see in front of you is like 10,000, 20,000, who knows how many thousands of campers and motorhomes all over the desert.
Yeah.
And then that's when I found out what Quartzsite was. It's where RVers go for the winter time.
Yeah. Well, and let's see. Take it easy now. My leg's under there. Prester says, William, I am an OG. In fact, my YouTube page address is in the old format. They wanted to know how come he got by without having a number behind his name.
I don't even know what that number thing's all about.
Well,
other than that, if there's a lot of William Rizzos in the world, because this is worldwide stuff here, that they start putting numbers after their name because that William Rizzo is different than that Australian William Rizzo, and so they started putting numbers. My last name is Smith. I don't think I got a number in my last, but then again, it's my channel, so maybe they will. I don't know, but I don't have a number after my name either.
Yeah. But anyhow, that Rester kind of explained it. So it says, I'm an OG. In fact, my YouTube page address is in the old format. And yours must be too, because I think you've been on forever, so.
I've been on for a long time.
Yeah.
I was the only YouTuber here for many, many years. Many years. But I'm being canceled by you guys, slowly but surely.
Kathy Plum says, Merry Christmas, Skip and Sue. Your poinsettias are beautiful. We flew in last Friday night, enjoyed Saturday in Brownwood, and have been confined to our home since then due to the flu. Gorgeous weather. Oh, my goodness.
Flu?
Yes.
We don't have flu down here.
They went on a plane. Last time I took a plane, I got the flu. So,
Another good
Yeah.
reason not to fly.
well, like I said, it's a long trip for me to drive, so. But, doggone it. Well, get better. And I said, it's it don't last forever, thank
I don't
goodness.
know. Elderly
And it
people,
is gorgeous weather.
Elderly people, the flu just don't go away that quick.
Yeah.
They're liable to be in bed for a week or more.
Well, and she said that they've been confined due to the flu. So it's
I
been a
can
while.
remember younger on the road, 1,000 miles from home, and I
Yeah,
got like a flu bug,
yeah, that's
who
okay.
knows where, in a truck stop or something,
Okay.
and but I still had to work, and that's tough. But when you're younger, it's easier. But God, I can remember driving across the country, and man, just felt like I was going to die.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
then
remember when you first decided that you would take the flu shot.
because I was going to go to the hospital,
Well,
that's how
because up
bad.
until that time, you didn't want anything to do with it.
Well, I don't trust shots. They're
Yeah,
injecting stuff in my body I don't understand, and
yeah.
I don't understand the long-term effects of this stuff or any of that stuff. So I just don't do it unless I have to.
But you
Well,
got so bad sick that
I told her, I said, I think I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. I felt so bad I couldn't breathe,
yeah,
and then I don't know. Like the very next day, I felt 100% better, and it went away. But I told Sue, I said, I'm gonna start getting a flu shot. I said, what have I got to lose?
yeah,
This is gonna kill me. What have I got to lose?
yeah.
So I
Me,
did the very next year. Well, they told my doctor told me, he said, you need to get it around October before the winter actually sets in. I
yeah,
guess there's a flu season.
yeah. And
And
this year they've got a different strain of flu out, and they're kind of worried about it because it didn't have anything with the flu shot that they give out. Didn't coincide with the flu that come out, and so they're kind of worried about that. But
so anyway, I got the flu shot that next year, and I went that whole winter, never got the flu, never got a cold. And this is back in the day when people would come to work sick. There was no rules about it. So they had to have the money, so I'd come to work sick. I never got the flu or anything. And here we are 20 years later, or maybe longer, 25 years later. I have, knock on wood, I have never had the flu, and I have never had a cold since.
yeah,
Never.
and I didn't until I flew up to Indiana before I got my flu shot. My mistake, and I was as sure as the world. After about 4 days, I had it. So
Yeah, and I'm not promoting the flu shot. I'm just telling you what worked for me.
yeah,
So it's made me a believer in getting inoculated. They still use that word, inoculated.
yeah, get your shots. It's important.
So just like when COVID came around, I got
Yeah,
my COVID shots. You know, I know there's a lot of controversy about it, but I felt like, what choice do we have?
yeah, we're
It isn't
looking
going
at
to
odds.
it isn't going to kill me,
Yeah,
so you might as well just get it. You know, and so we did, and we're okay. But during that COVID season, my aunt died of COVID. It's on her death certificate. Melanie died because of COVID. Her son almost died,
Paul.
and Paul, her brother, died. So when people say that that stuff didn't kill anybody, well, you're wrong. I know for a fact it will kill you. Well, it did. It did. Not everybody, but it did. In our family, we lost people.
Yeah. Mark Sears says, Merry Christmas from Marshall, Michigan. Skip, your tribute to Adam the Woo was very nice. I've watched him for years. So sad.
I got that call in the middle of the night. If you'll notice, when I did that video real quick, the room lighting and everything was kind of off because I was editing the news. I'm still editing a little bit of the news, and I got an email from somebody, and he said, "Did you hear?" He said, "I was shocked," and he sent it to me, and I thought, "There's no way." I mean, I just said, "This is a prank or whatever." So I sent him one back saying, "Is this a joke?" And he said, "Absolutely not." He said, "I wish it was." So I did a little bit looking around, and then I found another channel that had put a comment on there about, "Did you hear about Adam?" And I thought, God, son of a bitch, you know?
Yeah. It's a sad thing. It really was a young man like that.
And he
So,
lived in a town that Sue and I, when they first was building that town, we actually went down there and considered buying a house there. I remember the house we even looked at. The one that had the white kitchen with the wood on the ceiling. I don't even know what, it had a big front porch that was up in the air.
yeah,
And
yeah. Love those big front
at
porches.
that time, we could have bought that house for 300,000.
Yeah.
The average house back in the day was probably 100 to 125. This was 300, so that was pricey for us, but it was doable. And I almost pulled the trigger on that, and then we just decided, oh, we better wait, and we didn't. So
Yeah. Laura says she didn't have a number after her name at one time, but that happened within the last year.
yeah, this number thing happened within the last year. I
Huh.
don't. It's a YouTube thing. It ain't a me thing.
Yeah. Let's see. And Laura says, yikes, I am flying just over 1 month from now. Well, Laura, that doesn't mean everybody's going to get sick, but make sure you've got your flu shot.
Well, it
just
may
in
be too late
case.
to get the flu shot. They say you're supposed to get it by October.
Well,
It takes 30 days to get in your system.
yeah. Well, she says she's flying in a month or two, so she's got time. What? You seen something?
A lizard.
Oh, a lizard. You can't have that, Buggy. You can't have that. Yeah, and somewhere in the sun says, get well soon, Cat. The airports and planes are germ factories. Yes, that's true. And you wouldn't think, I mean, I only spend like 2 hours on the plane, and you wouldn't think that you got that much contact with people, but it's an enclosed area, and you're also, I've seen them wipe those seats down, and nothing short of the way they do with a dirty rag at the restaurant. So,
Well, when you're flying on a plane, especially in America, you don't know who's on that plane. You don't know where they come from. A lot of people on a plane come from other countries. I'm kind of leery of it.
yeah. Now, Wrestler says his personal conspiracy theory about monetized channels like ours is that YouTube pushes non-monetized due to not sharing commercial money. That's possible.
That's possible, because I tell you what, and Wrestler knows, he's my channel manager, that he sees what's going on, and we can't prove a thing. You can't find out where it's coming from. But just like the last video I put up, I mean, I'm averaging, on an average, say around 10,000 views after a month or so on a video. And then when I did our Christmas dinner at the new Middleton 24 restaurant, which I figured I titled it that way, so I figured I'd capture two kinds of people. One wanting to see what their new restaurant looked like and what the food looked like and maybe what the food costs there. Two, just to see a gang get together and have Christmas dinner, and that kind of thing. And look at the views on that after a week. Just like 1,100 views. There's something wrong here. There's somehow I'm being shadow banned is what they call it, and I don't know how, don't know who, don't know where, but they're just not pushing videos at all.
Okay. Laura says, I got my flu, COVID, and pneumonia shots in October. Okay, you're good, kiddo. And Deborah Bird says, hello, Skip and Sue, Merry Christmas Eve. Popeye the Sailor Man, just shocked to hear about Adam the Woo. Always enjoyed watching his videos. Got to meet him a couple of years ago at a Rays game. He will be greatly missed. Yeah, and he put out a good program. He really did.
Yeah, he was
Very down to earth kind of guy.
big on sports. Well, he done unusual stuff. He was always traveling around and doing things. You always look up. He watches other people's stuff. What are they doing that works? Buddy, there's nobody over there.
Watching a bird, I think.
No, and she pulled in the garage.
Oh, okay. Let's see. D. Weichel. So I received the flu shot 3 years in a row at Chrysler and got very sick every time right after the shot. Now go to the doctor's office only. Yeah, that's one thing. Skip's like that.
I don't like going to the not Hooks.
Walgreens,
I don't like doing it.
CVS.
I did it 1 year because I had to, but I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
You go in a dark room. They shut the door behind you. It's almost like this is invisible back here. He comes in with this needle. I don't know where the needle come from. Did he use it on somebody else? They say, no, it never happens. Do I know that? I just see a guy standing there with the needle, and I don't know where none of that stuff come from.
Yeah. And Shirley, I've got 4 doctors. All 4 of them always ask me if I want the shot, so I never have to worry about it. If I forget, they remind me.
Well, last time I was at my doctor, I told her, I said, I want to get my flu shot while I'm here.
Yeah.
And I said, can I? Because I didn't know if they had the medicine or not. And she said, yeah, you can do that. So I did.
Yeah, and Grigolocus says, Wrestler Man, you might be correct. I've seen chatter about that for a couple of months. Yeah, things are a bit different than what, when they started out. So they change things all the time. It's hard to keep up. Rich A says homes and celebrations start at $750,000 and up. Yeah, they
Probably
do now.
today, yeah.
Back then, before
Guys,
we moved here.
I was still working. I'm trying to think of how old was I? We even looked at that house. I don't even know. I'm going to say I was in my 40s, maybe.
Yeah, we were too young to be here.
It seems to me that I could transfer down here from my job or something when an opening, and that's what I was looking at, was transferring from that terminal to another terminal or something. I can't remember the whole story, but we just decided we'd wait, and now, I don't know. Look how much money I would have made if I'd have bought that house.
Tammy wants to know if I'm fixing your cherry delight and the noodle dish for Christmas. Well, we're going out for Christmas dinner to Kevin and Karen Jack's, but I've got one in the freezer. You know me, I plan things. So I've got one in the freezer in case he has the inkling that he wants it. But I think we'll have plenty to eat over at their house.
Kevin's cooking, and if you know anything about Kevin, he likes to cook, and the odds are we're going to go there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put my foot down because every time we go to somebody's house, they try to send food home with us. And Sue takes it, and we have no room for it. I'm putting it out there right now. We have no more room for food in my refrigerator. So Kevin, whatever you make, give it to somebody else. We have no more room in our refrigerator.
Deborah Bird says that's why she doesn't travel, the flu thing on the plane. Yeah, germs on the plane. I still travel. And I said there's no way around it. And plane is the most expedient there is. I mean, if we're not in the motorhome, that's the way to go as far as I'm concerned. But
Just think of
it's that way.
Just think of all the evil spirits that's on that plane too, and you can't get away from them.
Evil spirits.
Ask Kenneth Copeland, the preacher guy.
Oh my goodness.
Had to have his own jet plane because he said he didn't want to be locked up in a big metal tube with all them evil spirits in there.
You need to get off the TV. Popeye the Sailor says, I get all the shots, flu, pneumonia, and especially shingles. Yes, and that's a big problem too. I haven't had it, don't think I'm going to, but Skip has had it before. And he was supposed to go get a shingles shot afterwards. And then somebody told him they had to have 2 now, and so he won't go.
No, I ain't going.
But,
This is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody needed to double their income to buy a new sailboat, so he made it 2 shots down instead of 1. I told him, I said, just put it all in one needle and give it to me at the same time. They won't do it, so I said, the heck with it.
And TR says, I work at the germiest place there is, an elementary school. Ain't that the truth?
Well, yeah, every kid in school goes with a runny nose. I mean, I ain't never been into an elementary school yet that there wasn't at least a half a dozen kids in there with a runny nose.
Yeah, well, and what did I think, who was it always called them little booger eaters? Was it Dick?
You what?
Who was it called them little booger eaters?
Yeah.
I can't remember,
Yeah,
but somebody always called them that. Yeah.
He said, I try to stay away from them little burger eaters. I don't care who told me that, but
Yeah. The TR says she stays pretty healthy and rarely gets sick. William says, my wife gets the wine flu every night. I understand that, Bill.
yeah, I could have a little bit of that.
Yeah. Laura said, Popeye, I got my shingles vaccine a couple years ago. I know 3 people who got it, not fun at all. Well, I because of the stuff I already take, I said, I don't think I need that. And I don't think I've ever had the mumps. And I think that's why they told me that they didn't think I needed it, because I didn't have the mumps.
He dropped his thing.
You know. And that's
Do they have that comes with a thing to put around his neck?
I don't know. I could use one of mine, but I thought it was kind of goofy. And Sam Zaker says, hope you both have a happy and prosperous new year. Let's see.
WrestleMania says, you think your views are bad. 2 months ago, I was getting thousands of views. Last 10 videos hasn't even broke 100. That's what I mean. It's obvious, isn't it? We know there's something going on, but we just can't figure out where or who or how. And it's from the inside. YouTube is doing it. You know, they might be promoting the newer channels. I don't know. But I've got 2 newer channels. Remember? My RV channel stolen, so I started one. And then I started a backup channel for the Villages channel in case I get hacked again. I got that channel over there. And I've been watching both of them. They're not growing very good. And when I go to my regular channel, I don't even see those videos on that channel even being promoted on my channel. So I don't know.
Yeah. Donald DV says, hello, Skip and Sue. We're new villagers and have been following you for a while in Northern California for the holidays, but we'll be back soon. Lots of rain out this way.
That? Isn't there a law about that?
About what?
People following you around?
Anyhow, they're in California right now. Lots of rain.
Ooh,
Don and Jenny.
Sorry about that. You should move.
Yeah, hurry back to the Villages now. I said for another week or so, we're going to have good weather.
You should get out of California while you still can.
Yeah, they're getting some hellacious rain.
They got some Halatian communists that live out there.
Well, Mr. Rizzo says that Cherry Delight was awesome, Sue. You know, it is, but it's habit forming. You know, I know I left the leftovers there because I already had a whole one, and then I put it in the freezer.
Is that Rizzo? Mm-hmm. They're on a sugar diet. Anything with sugar, they're not eating it.
Well, I said he did for the
If
day.
she told you she ate it, she's lying to you.
Well, no.
She don't want to hurt your feelings. I tell you where it went. It went down the garbage disposal because they don't eat sugar.
No, he tried it for the day. It was his special day, so he got to try it. But I know they're very
Nice try, Bill.
but okay. Kevin says, okay, Skip, totally up to you. I'm not sure.
Food, so I'm not bringing food home. See, he already had it planned. He already had it planned. We can't. I have no more room for this stuff.
Yeah. Kevin cooks something. I mean, he makes me the the purple stuff, the eggplant. Makes me the eggplant, and I love that stuff. He never did send me his recipe, and I don't know if it's secret or not, but I would really love to make it the way he makes it. And I said, I've not got the recipe yet, but it's just delicious to me. I like eggplant.
Just write it down and give it to her when you get over there.
Yeah, normally, that's not something that's on your everyday dinner menu, but I really love it. So,
How did their open house go this week? They didn't have an open house. No, they had a private viewing.
yeah, last week was, yeah.
How did the private viewing go, Kevin? Did you get any feedback on that? I don't know how private viewings work. Do they keep things private?
Oh, and Mr. Rizzo said Judy's cherry fluff was great. Yeah, I had to try that cherry fluff. It was good, and I remembered it kind of reminded me of something my mom used to make all the time, and only she'd put fruit cocktail in it. But it's really, really good.
How many of you out there still put peanuts in your Coke? That's how far back I go.
I know. I never did, but yeah, I know
My point
that
about
they do.
all that is that's how far my taste buds go back. Yeah. So when they give me this new stuff, I'm always looking at it. Well, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we did not eat eggplants. We grew it, but we didn't eat it.
Well, like I said, that I've been around enough places where they fixed it different.
We fed it to the hogs.
Well, I know, but like I said, if you had it in different ways, you may not feel that way.
The hogs didn't care.
Well, like I said, you didn't used to eat green stuff either, but you do now.
Not really. I don't eat lettuce at all because of my stomach problems. I can't eat lettuce.
You like asparagus?
Well, when you say green stuff, I thought you were talking about like lettuce. Asparagus, not just any asparagus. How do you make it? You cook it in the oven where it comes out kind of crispy? I like it when it's kind of crispy like that.
Yeah, I cook it in the oven with
or the asparagus or the broccoli. I don't care for broccoli. But if it's steamed, I want it steamed to the point of being like limp. And then you have that sauce you pour on it.
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
The cheese, yeah. But it doesn't matter, if you put anything on. That's what I said. Getting stuff different ways, like the eggplant, if you had it in different ways, you might like it a different way.
What is my old saying about food? Don't mess with my food.
I don't mess with your food. I've never tried to feed you eggplant.
I'm not interested in new ways of doing it.
Okay.
There's only one way to make a French fry. So when you tell me you can make French fries in the oven, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Just put it in the deep fryer and make the French fry. But I do know about French fries. The difference in French fries and how they taste is two things. The oil you use, and I find that this so-called healthy oil, the fries always come out limp. They're never crisp. They're nasty. I don't like them at all. And the other thing is the potato. There are certain potatoes that has a great French fry taste. Other potatoes taste kind of crappy. I just don't care for
and
it.
it's always a dilemma because I can't buy 4 different kinds of potatoes.
How come when I go to a restaurant, all the French fries are crisp? We make them here at the house. They come out and they're limp. It's got to be the oil. I'm telling you.
It's the oil. I know it's the oil.
I say use lard, plain old lard.
Well, I use it for too many things to do that, so I'm not going to. But just get healthy. Rester says, Skip, you think your viewing is bad? 2 months ago, I was getting thousands of views.
I just read that.
Oh, okay. You did?
Yeah, you were sitting right there.
I did not hear you. Sam Zaker says, Sam's Club will deliver your meds for free if you're a Plus member. I didn't know that, but that's good. I'm a Sam's Plus member.
What meds do I take? I don't take no meds.
Well, like I said, you do, but you get yours in the mail.
I was going to say the insurance company just mails it to me.
Yeah. Someone in Sun says, on planes, I use alcohol wipes and wipe down for surface germs, but airborne, I pray. Yeah, that's the best you could do. And I said, it didn't even occur to me because I had my flu shot scheduled for the week after I come back. And that was kind of dumb of me. But like I said, I haven't had the flu in so long, it just didn't occur to me. And I said, about 4 days after I got there, I come down with it.
You know,
And
maybe it'd be a wise idea, especially this time of year where people are from who knows where, especially if there's kids on the plane flying home to see grandma and grandpa, you know, and that's where she's right. The kids is the ones that carries all the germs. If it worked for COVID, why wouldn't you get on a plane and put on a mask, a face mask?
a
It's
lot of
only a
people
2
do.
or 4 hour flight, so
A lot of people do. And when I was, taking radiation, I did. I kept one on all the time because of
I think I would
other
put a
people's
mask
germs.
on every plane.
Yeah. Well, and I said, it's a lot of people do.
You know, I'm really leery about even a cruise ship. 6,000 people on a little boat. They're all eating at the same restaurant. How do I know who's got diphtheria? I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, and Tammy says the shingles is caused from chicken pox, not the mumps. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, chicken pox. And I never had chicken pox, so
I
that's
did.
why they,
I remember as a
yeah.
kid having it.
Oh, I remember my brothers having it, but I never did, so that's why they told me I didn't need one. But the Riddler, too, says, I was proud to drive the Charlie Kirk Memorial Highway in Lake County just yesterday. Really, I know they had an argument about that. I didn't know if they actually went ahead and changed the name, but evidently they did. Okay. Laura says, William Rizzo, will have Prosecco flu tonight after my Christmas Eve choir service. There you go. Instead of wine flu, have Prosecco flu. That works.
Notice how all the leaves just fell off that bush and the new ones are starting to pop out?
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Yeah,
Why?
because they sprayed it.
Who sprayed it?
True Green. I had them out here.
Why
I call
did they
them.
fell off all the rest of the bushes then?
They've all been sprayed.
That's what I said. That one lost all of its leaves.
Mm-hmm.
You said because they sprayed it. Well, if they sprayed them all, then how's come all the rest of them ain't lost their leaf?
And they told me that that lichen doesn't kill the bush. But I said, well, why are they why
That's
are they
what I can
there?
say. Right there, I can see it growing on the limbs right there. You don't see it on this one here. So what they're telling you is probably some kid straight out of high school, don't know what he's talking about. You're just an old lady and he's just going to feed you a lot of crap. That bush is dying because that stuff's growing on it.
You see the green shoots on there? After I had it sprayed, it's coming back. And I said, but he said, and he was I don't know what they call him, biologist or something for
This
20
kid
years.
working for
No, it's not a kid.
I don't
I
care.
had him send out a specialist.
He's a biologist and he works for a company to come around and spray your grass. You believe that? I don't believe that.
I don't know. But anyhow, he told me that the lichen doesn't kill the bush. And I said, well, why are they still losing their leaves? He said, well, some of them especially. He said, how long have these been in? And I told him, and I said, some of them are getting to their life
They've been here 11
span.
years that I know of.
Yeah. And I said, well, do they all do that? And he said, well, no, but he said they don't live forever. So.
You know, that's funny. I remember Brian thinking plants lived forever. Remember that?
Yeah.
I said, well, the tree's down. We're going to have to cut it down and get a new one. He says, well, trees don't die. I said, what do you mean they don't die? He said, you just plant them, they live forever, right?
Yeah. Oh, Rizzo telling Wrestler said you need more sex and violence in your videos to get more views.
Need more what?
Sex and violence.
Oh, that is true. If you're in YouTube, which obviously I am, and I go and look at other channels,
Bilby?
I'm not really watching their channels for the subject matter. I'm just watching channels for things like camera, audio, things like that. See, I watch for editing clips and to see how they're doing it and give me an idea. And especially girl channels, especially. I've been watching a couple of them where they're taking vans and they're remodeling them inside to turn them into like small motorhomes, if you know what I'm talking about. And they go through it, they do the thing, and that's fine. But I have noticed that when it comes to the thumbnail, the thing that makes you want to click on that, for some reason they're always half naked. The girls are. Though they show the van in the background and the girls got shorts up to their ass and their legs all propped up.
Well, as much as you hate it, it works.
I can't do that. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can.
No, we don't want to see you naked.
I'll put on a bikini.
Oh, no. Let's see. Hey, Merry Christmas to both of you and all the folks out there from Billy G. Hey, Billy G.
Billy G.
And Wrestler says, Rizzo, I figured I'm sexy enough. No.
You just keep convincing yourself of that.
Oh, Anna Marie says, hi all. I didn't realize you were doing a live show today. Woo! Well, that's Anna Marie every Wednesday at noon or thereabouts. We actually started early today because Skip wasn't paying attention to the time. But yeah, every Wednesday around noon, and unless we got something special going on, and
The
like I
only
said,
time I would not do it,
if we're out of town,
well, there's a lot of, I ain't gonna say anything because there's a lot of reasons. I've actually considered in the last year, as a matter of fact, just so you guys know, I've just stopped doing this altogether because I'm losing money here. There's just no money in this.
okay,
And,
no, no.
but I keep doing, what's he looking at?
They're taking the car out of the garage over there.
Huh?
Taking the car out of the garage over there. There's people over there. He thinks he has to hug everybody. No. Yeah, okay. Craig the Sailor says, Nicole and I are with you on the sanitation wipes and hand sanitize on the plane. I'm positive it keeps us from getting sick several times. I'm sure because, you know, I've seen them clean those planes and they give it a wherewithal and that's about it. You know, they don't really do any deep cleaning. And there's thousands of people that fly, you know, and you don't know what they're bringing back, bringing in, leaving with, all that stuff. So, yeah, it spreads a lot. The airports themselves, they want you to be there 2 hours early. So, do you know how many people you come in contact with in that 2 hours? Unless you're
Especially when
sitting
you
in
got
a
to
chair.
stand in line
Yeah.
to get your stuff
Unless you're just sitting in a chair or something like that, but still, you know.
And then if you go to the Orlando airport, a big airport like that, you got to get on these little, whatever you call them, shuttle things that take you from one building to another, and you're crammed in there. And
yeah, and actually they're working on one, so they've only had one to work with. So it's been even worse. So
I'm not interested in any of that.
yeah. Brad Shea says, Merry Christmas, Skip and Sue. Shingles is caused by the chickenpox virus. I never had chickenpox and don't need the single shot. Yeah, that's what I meant, Brad. I said mumps, but I meant chickenpox because I never had them either, so they told me I didn't need the shot. So, and it's one of those things where my brothers had a lot of that stuff. I watched them with the mumps. I didn't have them. I watched them with chickenpox. I didn't have them. I didn't know. I didn't go near the little buggers, so I didn't catch their germs. But yeah, I got lucky in that respect that I didn't have a whole lot of that stuff. So, but like I said, Skip's had them before, and they are very painful. And we had a friend that had them in his eyes.
What? Chickenpox?
Shingles.
Oh, shingles. Yeah, painful. Really painful.
Yeah, and he had chickenpox, but he got the shingles in his eyes, and I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, what happens is you have it's little pus balls and they'll break. You get the fluid on your fingers or whatever, wherever you have your shingles. Mine was on the back along that nerve back there.
Yeah.
And you reach back there and you scratch it because it itches. But it hurts, but it itches, but it hurts. You know what I mean? And then you rub your eye. Now you got it up there.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh, and Somewhere in the Sun, if you're looking for that Cherry Delight recipe, it's on my channel, which if you go, when you first come to Discord, you see the picture of the puppy in one circle, and you see the picture below that, and that's me and my granddaughters. And I said, you poke on that and go to my channel, and then you have to go all the way to the beginning. The recipes is all the way to the beginning. I'm going to redo those, so you don't have to go that far, but so far I haven't done that yet. But yeah, that recipe for the Cherry Delight and for the chicken noodles and the zucchini bread, several of the things that I make all the time is on there. But you got to go all the way to the start of the Discord. So let's see. Kevin says our private was a dud. They said bedrooms were too small.
What?
The private showing they had of the house was a dud. Said they thought the bedrooms were too small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look, everybody's got their opinions on what they want to buy, you know. But I just can't imagine why, because I know Kevin's home. I just can't imagine why it's taking so long to sell it at
Everything's just slowed down, you know.
I don't care.
Yeah.
They're still buying new homes, and I'm looking at Kevin's home, and I know what it is. I know what he's done to it, and I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a bad realtor. That's the only thing I could go. What else would you blame?
Yeah.
Are they advertising it? I assume they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not keeping an eye on it because it's not my house, but I know that if I had a house like that was below market price, the work that he's done to it, which is what everybody wants, and it's not getting much offers or any offers, I don't think, and it's been almost 6 months, I think I'd be having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah. Because ours, they would have done an open house every week.
I fired a real estate person one time because I just didn't like what they were doing. I said, just get out of here. We have a contract. I said, sue me, get out of here. And that was the end of it.
Billy G says, I have baby back ribs and Italian sausage on the grill right now. Wishing you were here. Oh, well, I wish I was there too. I love the Italian sausage. And I know I don't eat that stuff, but
She loves it.
I love it.
But she don't eat it.
Oh, William Rizzo says, starting again next year, Skip, gluten-free and no soy sauce, soy boy sauce. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of cars running up and down here today. Oh, it's Christmas Eve. No.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, and there's a ton of people here. I've seen all kinds of company, kids. Me and Buddy, when we walk around, he's enjoyed every bit of it because he gets to see the kids and they get to play ball. And yesterday, when we was walking, one of the dads was out playing with the little girls, and they had lightsabers, and they were flashing them back and forth. Well, Buddy thought that the dad was going to hit the little girl with that saber.
Do you attack him?
Well, no, but he had fit. And when the lady come out, I told her, I said, he thought he was going to hit that little girl. He started barking, having fits. So, oh, and Kevin's going to give me the recipe. Thank you, hon. That's because I really do love that. Laura wants to know if I like eggplant parm. Is my friend's Christmas lunch menu that I will be eating tomorrow. I do, and that's basically what this is. But Kevin makes it a little bit different, and that's what I liked about it. I mean, I like eggplant parm when I go to Napolino's or somewhere like that. I usually get their eggplant parm. But what that consists of is basically you flour and fry your eggplant after you slice it, and then put all your sauce and cheese and everything on it. But his is a little different. His is cut into chunks, and I don't have the whole recipe, but really, really good, really different. And eggplant's kind of like zucchini. It doesn't have a real strong taste of its own. It takes up the whatever you put on it. And I said the zucchini's like that too. I put zucchini in a lot of things that I wouldn't have thought that would be good, but it takes up the taste of whatever you're making it in, and that makes a big difference to me. But you'll love it, I'm pretty sure, especially if you like cheese. Craig the Sailor says, air fryer for the win. The fries come out crisp, asparagus crisp, everything is much better, no oil. Well, Craig, it depends on what air fryer you got, because I had one once. Wasn't worth a darn. I mean, it really, really wasn't. And then my oven is a air fryer. It's built into the oven. But it's so big compared to what all the other air fryers are, the kind that you put on the countertop. It's so big that none of the recipes apply to that. And all I'd have to do is tell Skip it was air fried and he wouldn't touch it, whether it was good or not. So
don't mess with my food.
I don't.
I don't know how much more plainer I can be about this.
I don't. I'm not trying to make you eat air fried stuff.
I don't care about any new invention or anything else. Just make my stuff normal.
Let's see. Oh, and Kevin says one person said the molding was a different color from the walls. Yeah?
Huh?
So one person said the molding was a different color than the walls.
That was a big bitch? Yeah. Kevin, I got to tell you, I do wonder about people sometimes, really. Sue and I has remodeled a lot of houses, so we know it's work. Of course, we were younger. I understand that too. But I've always been amazed about people and the things that they come up with for the reason not to buy something or to walk away from something. If you don't like it, just say, I just don't like it, and just walk away. But no, they come in and go, well, I don't know, I don't like the paint color in the living room. Yeah. Paint it!
Yeah. Oh, Marvel Avenger 7 says, hey, Granny. Hey, kiddo.
Who said what?
It says, hey, Granny.
Who's that?
Well, I don't know, but I think I know.
Who?
Marvel Avengers. I think it's one of the kids.
Which kids?
I don't know.
Granny. Be a grandkid.
Yeah, I don't know which one. But I think it's one of you.
I think I have weird grandkids.
Somewhere in the sense is I'm with you, Craig. Air fryers rock, and they do once you get used to them. But like I said, ours doesn't cook the way a regular air fryer would because it's built into the oven. And like I said, I've cooked a lot of things in it, especially your frozen food. But you got to be really careful that about the moisture content. You know, if it's got very much moisture in it, then it's not going to get crisp. And some things I think
See the
have.
buzzards up there flying
I
around?
do. I think that's what Buddy sees too. I don't know what it's after,
I don't know.
but yeah, I think air fryer is a great invention. You know, if you can get that kind of texture without having to put it in the grease, that'd be wonderful. So, but I use it, but of course Skip doesn't.
I don't know where it is, buddy. Oh, here it
Oh,
is.
Catherine Jacobson says Merry Christmas to and Skip
I
and
see
all of
it.
you. Okay. And Joseph Smith says if you're getting limp fries from the air fryer, something is wrong. We make them regularly coated with avocado oil, and they're
Not
very
getting in
crispy and
air
delicious.
fryers. I don't eat them in air fryers. I have them deep fried in grease. And in whatever grease we're using, the fries come out limp.
Yeah, it's because we're using the canola oil.
Yeah, and I'm not using an air fryer. I don't like an air fryer. I like my food to be unheart healthy.
Yeah,
I like a lot of salt, a lot of grease. Have
yeah.
I made myself clear?
Okay. Let's see. Brad Chase is our first realtor in Staten Island was awful. Minimal effort, no offers. Second realtor was complete opposite. Marketed the home like it was their own. Hadn't accepted offer in 4 weeks. Yeah,
I
that makes
agree
a
with
big
that.
difference.
I
It
agree
really
with that. I've
does.
had some realtors that I swear to God, they were just like a floating log in the lake. They expected the house to sell itself, I guess, you know. And then the last one I had, because I've had so many realtors, I sat down with her in my kitchen, and I told her, we had a discussion, and I said, you got to be point blank with. I've told this story before, so I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, she sold that house within the first week. And after the very first open house we had, only had one. We had 3 full price cash offers. And I asked her, I said, do I need 3 of them? She said, it's always nice to have a backup. She said, because at closing, I've seen some strange things happen. And I mean, if you get the right realtor, things can move.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and let's see. Kevin says he just hadn't found the right buyer yet. So, Casa del Sol Bed and Breakfast says Merry Christmas, 7 p.m. and 60 degrees, cold and rainy here in Malaga, Spain. All the best of health and happiness for 2026.
Speaking of that, didn't they lower the interest rate again?
They did, but it didn't. It hasn't made a difference in the interest on houses yet.
They have a target here. I've heard it mentioned 2 or 3 times that if they thought the house interest got down to something like 5% or whatever it was, I don't know the number, they expected the housing market here to really start to take off again. They felt like a lot of people that want to finance part of their home, or at least part of it, they were holding off, waiting for and I guess this is same on new homes or pre-owned, made no difference. But anyway, they were holding off, waiting for this interest rate drop thing, which I don't know nothing about.
Yeah, but like I said, when they're talking about it on the news about the drop in the interest rate, they're not necessarily talking about the mortgage rates dropping. Sometimes it does, but the way they've got
Well,
things.
these people are talking mortgage rates. Where are they getting that information? They're waiting for the interest rate to drop so they can, you know.
Oh well, all your realtors will tout that. Just as soon as the interest rates drop, every one of them will say something about it.
Well, when the Fed lowers the interest rate, it doesn't necessarily mean that the mortgage rate's going to drop.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So
Right, just like credit cards. Fed says, well, we're going to make it 5%. Credit card said, we're charging you 22.
yeah, well, and last time it actually went up instead of coming down. So that's you can't always count on it, but 9 times out of 10 you can.
Well, here's how I see it. I say that interest rates, especially for the villages around here, depends on demand. And it ain't just here. At Leesburg, you look anywhere in Florida, home prices are all over the place because the demand is really high. I'm saying the demand here has fell off, and that's why things is taking longer to sell. Why it's fell off, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an economy expert or anything at all, but I'm saying the demand just fell off. They got a lot of homes on the market, they have less demand, and so either the prices has to really fall or people just ain't gonna buy.
Somebody wants to know if you've heard about the police standoff in Chinny Chatty last night.
Yeah, I seen it on the on the thing there.
Did they explain what it was? All I've heard that they had one.
Only thing I got was a police report saying that they're asking people to stay clear of the area, don't to come down. And I felt like they probably sent that to me because they don't want me showing up with a camera.
Well,
I don't know.
They ended the standoff, whatever it was, and they've got him in custody, but it didn't say what was going
It's probably
on.
got something to do with either drugs, alcohol, or just some whack job. There's more whack jobs around here than you can shake a stick at. I know you hate it when I bring it up on the news, but I'm telling you, you got to know this stuff because when you buy a home, you don't know who's living in your neighborhood.
And there's 160,000 people here, so you know it's not like, yeah, it's not like nothing happens here.
And you know, if you have an idea in your mind what a retirement community should be, I'm simply saying I'm helping you do your homework.
Okay, Anna Marie says, I roll the dice and skip the mask. If I were immunocompromised, I would sing a different tune. That's true. And I am. So, you know, I have to be very careful. But, you know, Skip is healthy as a horse, so he takes his chances.
I don't take no chances because I believe in what everybody keeps talking about, but I practice what I preach. The Lord said, you'll never know the date and time. If your name is in the book of life, you will have life forever. So if my name is in the book of life, there's a time and a date. My whole point is, what difference does it make at that point? What you eat, what you do, there's a time and a date in the book of life. That's it.
I'm going to hedge you my bets, but you go ahead. You're a big boy.
Well, I was talking to Bob. He's Mormon, you know, and getting his idea of it. He said he's never heard of the book of life, but I don't know what their religious books say. And I'm not a real religious guy, but I do get interested in some of the stories. And I said, well, you know, how do you know, when time comes that you're doing everything right? He goes, I won't know until I'm dead. So I guess in that situation, there ain't much to hope for, I reckon.
Right. Well, and what is it? The bed and breakfast people. I keep losing that one.
Bed and breakfast.
Yeah, they're in Spain,
Oh,
and I keep losing it.
what do you
No.
want to know about bed and breakfast here?
No.
Oh.
They've been on the channel for a while.
Oh, I was going to say there's quite a few bed and breakfasts here. I don't know who they are, but there's a website I'm sure somewhere.
Yeah, well, I said they've been here.
At my house?
No,
They came all the way over here to Spain to the villages and never called me up.
well, that I don't know, but
Oh,
I had you on here, guys, but I lost you somewhere. Anyhow, Papa the Seller says homeowners insurance is skyrocketing. It is. It is doing that everywhere, though.
you
So
know, they
it's
say
not
that,
just
but
us,
I'm not 100% sure that's true. I mean, it's going up, yes. Because now that I'm a Costco member, I get stuff from Costco all the time about car insurance there, dental appointments there, and all this and that. And when they talk about how much car insurance costs here, and I compare it to what Costco just sent me on my email, the two aren't clashing at all. I can get insurance on my car. I think it was for something like $22 or $23 a month. That comes out to say, I don't know, whatever, do the math. $300 a year or something like that. And what are you paying? I bet it's over 1,000.
I know, but I know what you mean.
So if everybody believes
It's not $23 a month, no.
well, if everybody believes in Costco like they say they do, everybody's Costco nuts. How's come we're paying the outside price of 1,000 a year when I can get it there for 300 a year?
Because it doesn't say what kind of insurance,
Car insurance.
what it covers.
Full coverage.
I mean, you know.
I checked it. You can get liability, you can get this, you get that, or full coverage is everything.
Yeah.
It was like $22, $23 a month.
And with what company?
Well, it's just Costco. You have to go to Costco to find this out. I don't know.
Well, that's what I said. That is the dividing factor there. But there's been a controversy about car insurance anyhow here late. I've seen it on the internet a million times where you can go to this particular site and see what you should be paying for car insurance, that kind of thing. But I know I had 2 or 3 different companies tell me that I was getting a better deal than any of them could give me because I'd been with the company so long. I got all these discounts because we'd been with them so long.
That was State Farm.
Yeah.
Nobody could touch us. We was a State Farm for 30 years with all the different homes we've had.
Yeah.
We got all these discounts, and everywhere I went, I would check insurance. And I'd call and I'd tell them what I was paying, what I had, and they'd all say, I can't touch it. So that's why we kept them all them years. Then we come down here to find out that all the discounts we got in Indiana did not apply in the state of Florida. And then State Farm pulled out after that hurricane.
The homeowners, yeah.
Yeah.
I do get the same discount on the car insurance because I kept it. I never changed it.
Is it 20 some dollars a month?
No. But that's what I said. Something's in a monkey in the works there because, they said that 3 different companies told me that I was getting the best rate I could get. So.
I don't know.
And
If you
Becky
can't-
Forbes
if
says,
you can't get a good deal on your car insurance there, then why would I even consider going to Costco to get eyeglasses?
what's one got to do with the other?
Well, if they can't give you a good deal on the insurance as they're pushing, why would I trust them to give me eyeglasses, quality lenses?
They're right there in the store.
No,
The eye doctor,
I've had
right?
eyeglasses forever, and I've had them at places where I told you that there's imperfections in the lens itself. I could move my head around and find a spot that it wasn't right. And everybody's had glasses that's had that.
But everybody that I've talked to has not had a problem. I've never heard that first one complain about the
I think I'll
eyeglasses.
just go to my guy down here.
Up to you. And I said, you don't get it. It's going to cost you more, but that's up to you.
I got no problem with the place down here. It's convenient. I can take my golf cart down there. The people down there have been fine with me and all this and that. I don't know about price. I don't compare them with everybody else. I'm sure their frames and things are probably pricey. Everybody says that. I don't know. But I know I've never had a lens with a problem, with an imperfection or anything like that. But the problem I have with that down there, I've noticed the last 2 or 3 times I've been down there, it seems like there's a different doctor there every time I go there.
Okay, well, here you go. Craig the Sailor says, Skip, beware that $33 a month insurance is not on the car. It is liability only and follows the owner on the not the car. It is actually crappy insurance and you should never go with those.
No, it had 3 different kinds: liability, then there was another one, and then the one I priced said full coverage. And it was like, I could be wrong about the price. It might have been $30 a month. I don't know. I don't remember, but I remember thinking, I bet we're paying more than that. So, and I know she shops a lot, so when she's in Costco, she can just simply go over and ask.
Well, they have brochures at the doorway. It tells you all that stuff, just like renting a car. Yes, you can.
How many times do you think I'm going to go through that doorway?
Oh, I know, but I'm usually not in that frame of mind when I'm going. So, Becky Forbes says, I'm a retired insurance adjuster, and I can personally attest that State Farm is the absolute worst company comes to paying claims.
It might be.
Yeah, and
But from what I'm hearing, they're all bad down here.
we've never had a problem in the years that we've had them.
We had Progressive, and they sent me a check when I didn't even want the check.
Yeah.
That was my problem. I didn't want to claim on me, and when I found out how much it was actually going to cost me in my pocket to fix this up here, I felt like, well, my out-of-pocket is probably going to be that much. So I called them back up and said, hey, look, I just want to cancel that claim. I don't even want to do it. Oh, we can't. Once it starts the process, we can't back it up.
Yeah, Popeye says we are happy with State Farm. We bundle all of our insurance and we'll get a bigger discount 3 years with them. Well, I always did that in Indiana. We had everything with State Farm. When we moved down here, State Farm did not offer home insurance because of some big hurricane they'd had before we moved here. They pulled out. Well, then 2 or 3 months later, or years later, they decided that they would offer homeowners insurance again. I did not go back with them. Because I was pleased with what I had, but I did not go back with them because of the way that they pulled out the last time. Do your homework, and I said, if you come down here and if you need to insure your stuff, do your homework and make sure that you're okay with the way they pulled out, because if another bad hurricane comes, they'll do it again. And they're not the only ones that did it.
I don't know what insurance company it was, but then they had the last hurricane up by Destin, Florida, which is on the coast. They showed this guy had this house on the beach right there, probably $1 million house. From what I'm seeing, if you got a house of any kind on the coast, it starts at $1 million and up. And they were showing this house. It was just totally destroyed. The wind and the water was washing up into his house. And the insurance went out there and estimated that the damage to the house was like $30-some thousand on this house that was destroyed.
Yeah.
He had to get a lawyer and go to court to get his settlement, and then they ended up settling for, I don't even know what it was, but it was a heck of a lot more than what they were offering him.
Yeah.
Because here's the trick here, and I had it happen here. The trick is the insurance company will not come and give you what they call it, an estimate of damages on the house. You know, we looked at the house, you're going to need a new roof. They did it in Indiana. They came to the house and told me, you need a new roof, we'll do this, we'll do that. Here's how much it's going to cost you, and here's what we're willing to pay. They told me what it was. Here they come and they go, gets up there, he climbs around, takes chalk, marks a lot of stuff, takes a lot of pictures, writes a lot of stuff down, and he gets ready to leave. I said, can I have a copy of the report of how much it's going to cost to fix all that? I can't do that. Why not? Because your insurance company, I don't work for the insurance company. They hire my company to come and do the estimate for them. And so this is private information for your insurance company. You have to get a hold of them to see if they want to. See, they're all looking for a way out.
Yeah. David Williams says, hi from Seattle. Can't wait to be down there in March for a month, David. Well, you know,
It'll be hot.
yeah, it'll be hot. Well, you know, about the middle of March, you know, that's when we get into our really warm weather, starting about the middle of March. Um, but you'll love it. What could I say? You'll love it. William Wall says, I'm also a retired property insurance executive adjuster. Glad to be retired now, 18 months. Yay!
That's the word I was trying to think of, an adjuster.
Yeah, an adjuster, yeah. Popeye the Sailor says, we are very happy with State Farm. Changed just about every year with the insurance companies because they kept raising our rates. State Farm has stayed relatively stable. Yes, and I said, since I have my car insurance with them, they have. And I haven't had too much to worry about. And the last, when I had my accident, I actually did not go through State Farm because it was the other lady's fault. And yeah, long story, but
She
did
died.
not go through State
The other
Farm.
lady died.
But, and Laura says,
Beware if you come down here. Roundabout, there's two things I'm going to tell you right now as a driver, if you're not used to this area. Two things in the wintertime especially to beware of, and I'm not kidding. Roundabouts is one. People are nuts in roundabouts. Two, shopping center parking lots. You'll have a wreck at a parking lot before you have a wreck out on the highway.
yeah, because you know where you have aisles, people don't stop at the aisle. If you're not out to the main street,
They can't see.
Yeah, and so I said, yeah, I've had some pretty close calls. Somebody backing out, and I don't know why people don't
Everybody.
actually look before they back out anymore.
They
Turn
can't
signals,
turn their neck.
yeah, turn signals. Nobody uses turn signals. It makes me crazy.
Turn signal.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it makes me a little bit crazy, but yeah, you have to be very careful. Be careful for the other guy because, you know, problems happen. Let's see.
What's this rock?
What?
Oh. This is from Mom and Dad.
Yeah,
It says to Ruth from Harry.
yeah. It's
Oh.
your dad got that for your mom. That come out of her garden.
I put it up here.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody ever got me one for my garden, so
Because I don't want a garden.
yeah. Let's see. Nora says she shops for insurance every year. It's a pain in the butt. It is, and I said, but it's, you know, if you watch your money, it's something you got to do. And like I said, our homeowners insurance goes up every year, but it's depending on what the weather is like in
Don't
Florida,
you think about it.
it is kind of accountable for how much you pay extra every year. And at first it was, you know, $50, $100, something like that. That wasn't bad, and I think this year it was up $400 more a year. So, you know, I'm just wondering when you get priced out of the market. We'll do our own. You can self-insure if you want to. And I said, when it gets too high, that's
No,
just
I don't
exactly.
think you can. Not in the car.
No?
No, they got a law now. You have to have minimum some kind of, like, I don't know, like liability insurance. So your car's not covered, but if you hit somebody, but the price on that's high enough to where you might as well just pay the extra and insure everything. The thing is house insurance. There's no law about that. Other than your bank, if you have it financed, you have to have it insured for at least the amount of the loan. But if you've got a house that's paid for, they want to jack with you, you can always do what they call self-insurance. I don't have insurance. There's nothing that forces you to buy insurance. I'm not saying it's a smart thing to do. I'm just simply saying you can. Buddy,
Okay.
get down.
Becky Forrest says, I've had Safeco for years, no problems, and I get a check a couple times a year for being claim free. Well, that's not a
Really?
bad deal.
How come I don't get a check?
Well, I've never heard of Safeco.
Oh,
They might not insure this area. And that was a problem that they had a couple of years ago after the really bad hurricanes. So many insurance companies pulled out, it was hard to find an insurance company to take you. So that's why they could raise the rates, because you had a hard problem even finding one. And it's a little bit different now. So,
you know, in Indiana, it wasn't that way. We had a thing called the State Insurance of Indiana. That was the office, government office. And I actually called them one time for a different kind of thing. But if an insurance company is jerking you around, you called them, made an appointment, go in there and show them the stuff. And that insurance company got on it, and they didn't fool around. If you had a case, they took it. They call the insurance company up and tell them this is the way it's going to be. Or you're not going to be allowed to practice or sell insurance in the state of Indiana, period. And that's how Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Indiana had to change their name to something else. Here it's Florida Blue.
yeah.
That's Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Yeah,
There's a
up
reason why
there
they
it was
changed
Anthem.
that. Anthem. Anthem Blue. Blue Anthem. Or
Anthem
something
Blue
like that.
Cross Blue Shield.
Because of that lawsuit. It's still Blue Cross and Blue Shield, but they had to change their name to be able to sell insurance in Indiana.
Yeah. Let's see. Becky says, for your information, when you are shopping for an insurance agent, find someone that has
Look at this idiot.
What?
This is your dog.
What's he doing?
I don't know. He's always digging around in flower beds looking for lizards, I think.
He's just normal. Anyhow,
He
she
climbs
said,
in the pot. That's not normal.
find an insurance agent that has CPCU or CIC designation. More often than not, your agent is grossly uneducated. Well,
You what?
yeah.
Did she say I'm grossly undereducated?
No. Your agent, your insurance agent. Oh, and we got
I don't doubt that at all.
a $20
Hey, thanks, whoever sent that.
Casa del Sol boutique and bed and breakfast in Malaga, Spain.
That's probably the first super chat we've gotten in months.
Yeah.
I
He says,
appreciate
you
it,
two
though.
are fab. Keep the honest news going, Skip. Bless your heart. Thank you.
Well, I like
Yeah.
to do it because I like to stay in touch more than anything. That's what I really like about Patreon and Discord. It's private there. And those guys, they tell me things, you know, that they like this or they didn't like that, or we have these little meetings. Somebody says something about our Christmas dinner. Well, that was just not a Christmas dinner. That was my W&L group. And if you've never been on my channel very long, you probably don't even know what W&L is. But those people have been with us through all that. And the person that helped me start W&L was Melody. And then she died of COVID. And so Linda became the co-host of that show. And then of course, everybody else just kind of came along as time went on. Jose, I brought him on because I just thought it'd be nice to have somebody on there to pick on. Which I do. I pick on him a lot. He knows that. He picks on me too.
And Kevin says, see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas, everyone. He must have to go.
All right.
But see you tomorrow, Kevin. Let's see. Craig the Sailor says, yes, Becky, I did life insurance and health. I have the LUTCF designation. Designations mean that your agent had to go through a certain amount of college education in their field. Yes.
You know, to the outside person, though, that buys insurance, do we know this? You know, it's just like here at the
No,
village.
these are both of them that are
I know, but
talking
just
your
like here in the
agents.
villages for the longest time, and we talked about it, I think they finally grasped a hold that other people are finding out because I was opening my big mouth, I suppose, about the difference between an agent for the village's real estate company and a professional real estate licensed real estate person down there. If they send an agent out to you, here's what it means is the agent can lie to you all day long. He doesn't have any kind of protocol he has to follow. Licensed real estate agent can't do that.
Yeah. And it's not that all of them are, but some of them are.
Not saying it was just information I'm putting out there.
Yeah. I remember we went on a bus trip once. I think it was me and Judy. We went on a bus trip to see the new area, and the first thing the guy that, you know, they always have a guy that with the microphone that gets up and talks to everybody on the bus as they're moving. And the first thing he said was, "Let me tell you, our agents are licensed real estate agents." And I'm looking at Judy, and she said, "Well, I know where that come from." Because he'd heard Skip
Well,
say
if
that.
he's licensed, he's not an agent.
Yeah.
So he just lied to you right there.
Well, they said, but they do have some people that are. But like I said, not
I
all of
think
them.
almost all of them are now because the word got out.
Oh, well, that could be. But normally they have one person that has the license and they are employees, basically. But
And where that really became a thing was when they first started building Finney. People was asking about the dynamiting down there, and some people wherever they were located, they said it was rattling the pictures on the wall.
yeah.
And a lot of them people were watching my channel at the time because I was the only one. And I'd say, well, did anybody tell you about the dynamiting at that gravel pit down there? It's been down there for years.
Yeah. And the amount of people that didn't know about Coleman Prison.
And they didn't know about Coleman Prison.
I mean, they never told them.
And they said,
it was a shock.
and the key word came out was, well, my agent never said anything about it.
Yeah.
Your agent. Well, they can do that.
Okay.
Oh, no, a lady who came right here. She came to our house once. We was down Porch Settin. I forget who it was. She said that she asked her agent specifically about the dynamiting down there. And the agent told her, he said he'd never heard anything about it. See, an agent can lie to you.
Let's see. Craig says also, as for Medicare insurance, if your agent offers both Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage, they have much more education than a Medicare
Who
Supplement
is that?
agent.
Is that Craig?
No, it's Craig the sailor.
Oh. Okay. I wanted to thank Craig for the Christmas card.
Yeah.
He gave it to me, and I told him, I said, well, y'all just give it to Sue. I said, she handles all the Christmas cards. And then he had a nice gift card inside. I didn't know that. I wanted to thank him for that because he didn't have to do any of that.
And
he
him
sponsors me on my channel, so he doesn't have to give me a gift card.
Yeah, him and his wife Susan, they're wonderful people. We had a good time at the party at the Rizzo's. They did a wonderful job.
I ate a lot.
Yeah, you ate a lot, and for a change, you actually did.
Yeah, if it's good food, I'll eat it.
Yeah, but yeah, we had a good time.
I forget what I even had. I know Jose brought some kind of a Spanish rice. That was pretty good. I'm not big on rice, except certain kind of rice. I like stir fry, especially if they put butter in it. Especially if they put butter in it. I don't know if you put butter in it.
It depends.
But anyway, he had rice and peas in it or something. Anyway, I liked it a lot. And then I had, God, what else did I have? There was a whole kind of...
You had the hash brown casserole. That was Judy Peas. And Kyle had macaroni and cheese.
Oh, the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, because
really
I seen
good.
you with the...
Oh, yeah, the cheese is kind of like... Yeah, the macaroni and cheese was really good, too.
Yeah, and there was coleslaw.
The coleslaw was good.
And we had pulled pork and...
pulled pork is like, eh.
And barbecue chicken.
I can eat it. Don't get me wrong. I can eat it. I'm just not a big fan of it.
Yeah, and the barbecue chicken, and that was from Oakwood. And let me tell you that the barbecue chicken was...
I eat the barbecue chicken. Is that what it was?
Well, yeah, but it's a dry rub. It's not got sauce on it. It's
Maybe
a dry
that's why
rub.
I liked it, because I ate 2 drumsticks.
Well, and it's not dry. Usually when it's over a grill, it's very dry. And this was not. It was just really excellent. But they did a wonderful job. But like I said, we had a good time, and we had all kinds of desserts and cookies, and we still got some cookies.
No, I eat all the cookies.
Oh, did you?
All the good cookies.
Oh, okay.
There was a chocolate chip cookie that somebody had made that had coconut in it. I eat all them. And then there was this round, white, dusted, powdered sugar kind of thing with sprinkles on what those are. Those are really good. I ate all them. I don't know if I ate anything else or not. I tasted a lot of them cookies, but most of them aren't crunchy. They're soft. I don't care for soft cookies.
Yeah, but yeah, we had a lot of food. We had a good time. And I'm expecting the same at Kevin and Karen's.
Yeah, they got a beautiful home. Great backyard. Their backyard's a golf course.
Okay.
We were sitting there watching an alligator sunbathe all day.
Yeah. Oh, and Becky says, me and Craig are an insurance agent nightmare. Yes, you know your thing. You know, when you know your chops, you don't have to worry about, you know when somebody's telling you the truth or not. So
What you could do when you're raising your children, raise one of them to become an insurance agent or a doctor or a lawyer, because then you get family discounts when they get older.
Oh, and lots of Jello shots. Yes, we had Jello shots.
Oh, yeah, we did. That's the first time I ever had a jelly shot. I've never had one in my life. And when they give me one, I asked them, I said, so How do you eat this? I didn't know. And the guy says, you use your tongue. So like some idiot, I'm
It looked more
so, and
disgusting
after
than
I got
anything.
done, Bill said, well, you could always use a spoon.
Yeah. Okay. Billy G says, I bet that rice had grandules, a Spanish pea that grows in a pod on a tree. That could be.
I don't know. All
Yeah.
I know, it was pretty good. And the rice was kind of an orange color when he cooked it, made it, whatever. It was pretty good.
BJ says, I walked away, not sure if you read it, but Bill and I are back from Wisconsin. Merry Christmas, Sue. Do you want to go to Merriam Flea Market soon? I've never been. Oh, BJ, I'd love to go. What are you doing Saturday? If you're not busy Saturday, we'll go Saturday, okay? Give me a call. I don't think I got anything going on this Saturday. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, yes, and thank you, Casadel. So we really appreciate the $20 is great, but we appreciate you watching more than anything. If you like watching
Yeah,
us,
more than
that's
anything. What
yeah.
I would love to see on these live chats, like we average about 130 to 100. I think once it got over 200 viewers. I would like to see it be 2,000 viewers.
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking at.
yeah. Thing is, I don't think we're that interesting, but you never know.
It's weird because on these live chats, because we're 2 hours long, I don't expect anybody to sit and watch this for 2 hours. And if you do, we appreciate it. But they come and they go. They'll come in and they'll watch for 10 minutes and then they'll leave. But then somebody else comes in and watches for half an hour and then they leave. It's kind of like Discord. That's the way Discord works. When I go in here, right now it's demonetized. That's my present to you. You will never see a commercial on here while we're live. When we're done, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to change it to try to make a little money here. I'm going to make it monetization.
For the rerun, yeah.
Right. And then when I go in there, it'll show usually around 500 or 600 people has already watched this, which I know they haven't, because we don't get 500 or 600 people on here. So they come, they go, they come, they go.
Okay.
And if you guys have ever got a suggestion on something that we're not doing that you would like for us to do, put it in the comments or send me an email. Let me know. Because if I get enough people requesting the same thing, I'm probably going to try to do it. But if I only get one person says, hey, you ought to do this, I probably ain't going to do it because you're just one person. You got to remember, I've got a worldwide audience, hopefully.
Well, Casadoso could tell you they're in Spain.
Yeah. So, we try to do what's and I have received and met people here totally by accident. Nothing was planned from all around the world. I've met the one that sticks in my craw was that's an Indiana word, crawl. Sticks in my craw. I don't even know what a crawl is. But we had friends down here, Fat Bob and his wife. And no, I'm not. That's his name. We always called him that, Fat Bob. So
Yeah.
I was
He
up at Lake
insists.
Sumter Landing and showing them around, like you do when you get a visitor, you show them around. And while we're walking down the sidewalk, at that time there was a Sonny's Barbecue up there. And he was saying something about having dinner at Sonny's Barbecue because he'd never been to one. I said, well, I've been to them. They're okay. I said, if you want to go, we'll go. As we're standing there talking, somebody hollers at us, and he comes up to me, he shakes our hand, and he was, buddy, and he was from England. And he said, I brought this for you. Hopefully, he said, that I would accidentally run into you. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
I thought, man, what's the odds of this? A guy comes from England over here in hopes that he would accidentally run into
Another one
us.
of those, they don't realize how big this place is.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were wonderful people. But yeah, we met them on the street, and that happens a lot. Where was I at the other day?
Gators. We almost couldn't get out of the place.
I mean, yeah,
Oh.
but it was somewhere else, and something I didn't expect to find people that knew me. Oh, when we went out to Jose when he had his coffee thing out there with the Colombian food
I
truck.
didn't go.
No, you didn't go, but me and Judy and Linda was out there, and some people pulled up. I think they were New York or New Jersey people, and they recognized us, believe it or not. And we're out in the middle of nowhere off of Highway 441, and we're just,
Come here.
Jose and the food truck out there, and
Come here,
I said it just really was funny that I said we just never expect anybody to recognize us out there. So Let's see.
You need a haircut.
Okay, Lois says now that she's retired, she can usually watch all of Porch Settin live. And yeah, that's nice, but like we know it is long for some people.
It
And
is.
some people just watch us on their lunch hour. And I said maybe we shouldn't do it so long. I
Well,
don't know. But
I won't mention the name, but we know a guy that's a community watch guy. And he takes his cell phone and he props it up on a dash while he's cruising around the neighborhoods doing community watch. He watches our
yeah.
show.
Let's see. Anne Marie says bye everyone. Merry Christmas. In YouTube land, watching on TV, have to sign off the chat for family reasons.
Go
Well,
get
have a
them.
great
Go
Christmas,
get
Anne
them
Marie.
Christmas presents wrapped and get that turkey in the oven.
Have a great Christmas, Anne Marie. Let's see. Kyrie says, Merry Christmas, Sue and Skip. Hope you have a magical holiday, you and all your friends. Every year, as they say on this side of the dirt, it's a good one. So, Christmas comes every year, and I'm glad I get to see another one. So, Craig Morrison says, Tammy Johnson, your 7-layer cookies were great. Nice touch with the butterscotch. Merry Christmas. And I think hers was the ones with the chocolate and the coconut and the caramel.
I don't know who did it. I just ate them all.
Yeah, yeah.
I like coconut a lot. I very seldom ever get it here. Why? Sue don't like it. If she don't like it, I don't get it.
Well, it makes my mouth sore, so I can't eat it. So I don't make a lot of stuff with
Don't
it.
eat it. Give it to me.
Well, I know, but it seems like I throw a lot of stuff away because of that.
No, if I'm eating it, you ain't throwing nothing away.
You can't eat everything.
Yes, I can.
I don't make small batch anything. You know
Don't
that.
mess with my food.
Okay. Anyhow. Oh, Billy G says, how about the Siamese twin that moved to England so the other guy can drive? I know you are, Billy. you just told me something right there.
On Thanksgiving years ago when I lived in Indiana, and on Christmas too, I used to go to turkey shoots, which I don't think have them down here anywhere. And a friend of mine would go with me, and he'd say I'd bring my old faithful shotgun that my grandpa left me as a single shot, 12 gauge. And I'd take that down there, and I'd watch everybody else shoot. I'm standing over by the fireplace drinking coffee and hot chocolate or whatever. And Willie would come around and he'd say, hey, cause every time you get a shell, the way they make money, it's like, at that time, it was like $5, I think, and they give you a shell. And then you take a shot. And that's how they make their money. And then the one that has the closest pellet to the bullseye, won whatever it was they were shooting for. They shot for a lot of things. And all I really cared about on Thanksgiving was a turkey.
And I am.
And then I would go up, and this happened every year. I would go up and take one shot, and I won. And I did the turkey and throw it in the car. And then I'd hang around for a while while Willie's shooting and shooting and shooting, and he just never could win. And then I'd go up and say, well, I'll go up here and see if I can get me a ham for Christmas, because they had a ham. I went up and took one shot. I won the ham. And so he shot some more. But this time he's probably spent more money on shells than he could have went to the store and bought this stuff.
Yeah.
So he says something like, he said, if I buy a shell, he said, would you go up there and shoot and try to win me this turkey? I said, yeah, okay. I said, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I said, but I'll do what I can do. So he gives me the money, he buys the shell, and I went up there and I shot and I won him a turkey. 3 shots, 3 wins. I don't know what it was about that single shot I had, but I got to tell you, that was the damnedest thing, the way that, and this happened like every year.
Yeah. Well, we got a few things going on this weekend, or next week. Today, actually, they've got the Village's Brass at Mulberry Grove Rec Center from 2. It starts at 2 p.m. You'll have to run if you're going to get there now, but it's at 8445 Southeast 165th Street and Mulberry Lane at Mulberry Rec Center. So if you like the brass, go check them out at Mulberry. Thursday is from 5 to 9 is the ZR Band at Sawgrass Grove. Unless I've heard a lot of people talk about them. I've never actually heard them myself. I've heard a lot of people talk about them. And Friday, from noon to 3 p.m. at Edna's on the Green is Rose and Thorn. So, and I've actually got Friday down here as 12:25, and that's the wrong date. So, but Friday, at noon to 3 is at Endless on the Green is Rose and Thorn. So I didn't write down a whole lot of things because I know people are, they're having Christmas. They got family. Oh, the kids here. There's so many kids here. Me and Buddy, it takes us forever to walk around the block because he wants to play with all the kids. And he's bad enough wanting to kiss everybody, but now he wants to play with the kids too. And like I said, a lot of them are outside playing ball.
Play with the kids, say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Chase the UPS truck, chase the golf carts. It's like having a 2-year-old kid in the house is a disaster.
Yeah, but like I said, now everybody knows him when he comes running up. And I got an appointment to get him a haircut because he does look shaggy right now, and Skip's got
Shaggy.
scissor happy, and every time he gets
No, I
knot.
used my trimmer thing in there, and it just don't seem to work out well with the dog. I was actually thinking about ordering a professional dog trimmer thing, but then if you get that, a professional dog trimmer for him is $300. And then if you get that, though, knowing how Buddy is, I really need to get the dog trimming table that's got the little harness on it so he can't jump around. And then I thought, just knowing Buddy, I probably ought to get a muzzle. Is this getting to the point where how much is this stuff worth to me?
Yeah, I got an appointment January 2nd. He's going to get a haircut. Wolfgang. I've never been up there before, so I'm going to try him out.
I don't like trying these people out because a lot of these people, all they want to do is drug up your dog, and I don't know how they treat him. You're not allowed to be there.
We got to find one, and I said I didn't like the last one, so I'm trying them out. Everybody seems happy with them. I don't know if they're.
I don't know if everybody even knows what they're talking about. All I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'll let
if they
you do
take
it.
your dog to the back room, shut the door, you cannot see what's going on. I'm leery about them places. They don't want you to see.
Like I said, you can take him anywhere you want.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm just telling you, I got an appointment with him, and we're going to try him out.
Can you see?
Well, I normally don't stand around and watch. No.
Well, I know at PetSmart or wherever it was over there, you can stand there and you can see him trimming the dog in there.
Yes, and the reason I quit taking him there, and that's because the lady that always trimmed him,
How about the lady that comes to your house?
They're booked up. You can't hardly get into them.
Well, it's not like we're in a hurry.
Well, no, but I said we're going to try this first and see if it works. It's close. They're well known. We'll try it.
Well, you need to let them know that Buddy is uncontrollable.
I don't want to get.
You need to let them know. Just like when you took Katie in there, you had to let him know about that one leg.
Yeah.
Well, you need to let him know that Buddy is uncontrollable. He doesn't mind well. He's uncontrollable. He may even growl at you. He growls at me once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to give them too much information because they have reasons to overcharge you. So, but I will tell him that he's skittish. He doesn't like baths.
What do they charge for a normal haircut?
It depends on how the dog behaves.
They got to bathe him, and then they have to cut, and then they usually get bathed him the second time.
Like I said, it depends on how. Like I said,
What have you average been paying? You're hiding stuff from me. And what have you been paying?
Do you want to take him?
How much have you been paying?
$75.
Oh.
$10 extra if he's got a lot of knots.
Well, he has knots. That's why I've been cutting them out.
See, but it depends on.
He had them behind his ear. See, and I cut them out.
I know. But I mean, if they clean their teeth, if they clean out the ears, if they express to the anal glands, that's all part of it.
Anal glands?
Yes. They have to do that with dogs.
I've never done it with a dog.
Well, no, that's why I go take them to the groomer.
Jack never had that done.
Well, that's so you see Jack scooting around on the ground on his butt.
No.
No.
I never did.
Well, that's what they do that for. But anyhow, sometimes the vet does it, sometimes the groomer does it. But each thing that they do, if you get the whole package, it's one price. If you have it piecemeal, it's another. But I want to see what he looks like when he has a professional groomer do him. So
I thought the lady he was with the last time when Buddy came, he looked fine. I just didn't like the way he was acting for 2 days. Just told me she drugged him up.
Well, I think so too. And I said, it's a shame because I like them, and they're actually from our neck of the woods.
Well, no, you called over there. And the old lady said that she was sick that day or whatever, and her granddaughter cut Buddy.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're all in the same little office.
I don't mean that she's as patient as the old lady was.
No, it doesn't. And that's why he's not going back there.
Buddy.
But like I said, I've seen different cuts on Shih Tzus, and like I said, I want to see how they cut him. So, and 9 times out of 10, he's going to look like he's been scalped because he's got so much hair. He's got so much hair. By the time they give him a haircut, he'll look He'll look 10 pounds lighter.
Well, yeah, look at this stuff.
I know he's got a lot of hair. He hadn't had a cut in 2 or 3 months, so. But I kind of liked him fluffy. But when it gets to the part to where I can't comb it out, then it's time to cut it off. Yeah. And like I said, if I had a muzzle, I'd be able to comb him better. But
There's supposed to be a delivery today, probably from Amazon. One of the things that's in there, well, two things that's in there are special combs for combing him out.
okay.
One
And
of,
don't we have? I thought in that silver case, isn't that a dog grooming kit?
it's for dogs. It's special scissors for dog hairs. That's why the tips of them are rounded. That way you can't poke him in the eye.
But I mean, in that silver case, there's a pair of clippers.
There ain't no clippers in there.
You used them on Katie.
What silver case are you talking
There's a
about?
silver case. I got it up in the cabinet in the laundry room, and it has all dog clippers in it.
It does?
Yeah, we've had them for a long time because you used to do. I said you did Katie.
Maybe I'll look at it because I just felt like, for the kind of cut that he really needs, that I could probably do most of it myself.
I think you could, but like you said, getting him to sit still and so he doesn't look like he's got the mange.
I got marijuana.
I got CBD pills for him.
I got marijuana. I give him some once in a while. He seems to like it.
Oh, for God's sake, don't do that without telling me anymore.
He sleeps a lot.
Well, don't do that without telling me. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, we're getting off the subject, ain't we?
All right, are you done? Here, buddy, come here.
Yeah, Becky, they do have a lot of mobile groomers, but we know nothing about them. And I said most of them I've called they're full up. I mean, they're into months full up because people have them that like them. They'll keep them from 1 month to the next. So, but
Just for, I don't know, just for information, maybe for Christmas Day, which would be tomorrow, I wanted to do something to give you guys something to watch, hopefully like when you're opening presents and stuff. But I've tried different things in the past. None of them's ever really worked out well because you're busy. So what I done was I took 2 different W&L shows. One of them was the one where we interviewed Scooter, the DJ. And the other one I'm thinking was a Wish show where we collected money for the kids. I tied them together and I put it up for tomorrow. It's over a 4-hour thing if you want to watch. And those of you that don't know what W&L was, you'll get a chance to kind of get an idea of what we did and how we did it. So while you're opening your gifts and whatever, just go to the live thing, but the video comes out tomorrow. And I don't even remember what time I set it. I think I set it for around noon, I think. I don't know. And just turn it on and let it play for a few hours and see what you think. You're not going to be watching it anyway. You're going to be watching the grandkids, and that's fine, but let it play. I get credit for that. Just let it play.
there you go. Yeah, and Rizzo says Skip don't like his anal glands messed with.
Yeah, I never had my anal glands milked.
You didn't know they did that, did you?
I've heard it, but I've never had a dog. I've never taken my dog in and saying, I think he needs his anal glands milked. I've never done that.
Becky Forward says we're not busy at all. Didn't even put up a tree. Just another day in our house tomorrow. That's that's kind of the way we did. Kids aren't coming. It's just us. And so this is our Christmas decoration right here. The poinsettias and your Christmas cards. That's
I didn't even put up a tree.
yeah, and that's what she said. She didn't either. So,
No.
but it's not unusual
Not here
at our
because you
age.
got no kids, no grandkids.
Yeah.
They're all over the place or whatever. And so the first year we was here, we had a neighbor over here. If it gives you any ideas, maybe if you're new here, she had a Christmas party for the neighborhood, and she called it something like Christmas with the Orphans or something like
They
that.
do that at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So we were the orphans.
And they do that at Thanksgiving. They have Thanksgiving for the orphans, and that's the people that aren't going home, that don't have family coming in. So nobody has to go, doesn't have to have dinner by themselves. It's kind of depressing when you don't have the kids around, and not just for us, but I know other people are like that too. So it was kind of nice that you could all get together and still have all your goodies every year. Now, let's see. Rester says this Saturday he planned to put up a video explaining what changes I might be doing on my channel for 2026.
There's a lot of them doing that. I don't do that. I don't plan much of anything. If I did, we'd do this a lot better than what we're doing. But I just don't. Several people I've talked to that's got YouTube channels are saying that they've already come up with the changes they're going to make starting in January. And they're asking me, so what changes are you going to make?
Oh no.
Well, I just hope I'm still alive in January. That's all I know.
Yeah, Skip doesn't plan anything, so yeah.
The only thing that got me thinking was when Adam the Woo died, because he had a pretty good channel. It brought him in a pretty good chunk of change. I'm not saying he's rich, but he did okay. And now he's dead, and unexpectedly, what happens to his channel? Because in order for somebody to take over my channel, there has to be some things that has to be set up. Like right now, if I died today, I don't think Sue could get into my channel. She don't know the passwords or anything. Even though she'd probably figure them out because I got the same password almost on everything. But it's the income, you know. If something happens to Sue, can we pass it on to our son so he can make that little bit of income? You know, and then, you know, what I do here on my YouTube channel, for the Village's YouTube channel, my son wouldn't be interested in doing any of that. He'd probably change it to guitar lessons or something. You know, I don't know. I don't know. What do you do with it?
Well, I know that Melody's son took over her channel, her son and I think her sister.
Yeah, but they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
If I left my channel to Skippy, he's not going to be doing the same thing at all.
But they were doing projects basically.
Are you allowed to be walking around here?
What's that?
Are you allowed to be walking around here?
As far as I know.
Your mom let you out?
Yep, she let me.
No. Yeah. So he wants to hug her. And I said, that's a hugger. Yeah, that's a hugger.
Nope, you got to stay here.
But he loves her and Mom. Yeah. Anyhow. Laura says, I heard Adam the Woo had over 1 million subscribers. I wouldn't doubt it because he did a good show. And I said, some of the things that he did, and I was he kind of had the same curiosity that I have about things. He would go to a town that nobody ever heard of, and he would find like murals on the wall. And he'd take pictures of those different murals and stuff. And then I think I seen one where he went to some Disney offices that had been closed for years, to where they used to be in this building, but now it was used for storage or something like that. And he did a lot of things that it took some curiosity. You know, it wasn't just showing you pictures of this town or that town. He actually did some in-depth stuff that I really, really liked. You know, but 1 million subscribers, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all because I said he did a good show. And bless your heart, 51. That, you know, that's young. Yeah, I hate to think about that. Yeah. Craig the Sailor says, Skip, don't use the same passwords and do not state that publicly. Now go change all your passwords.
But they don't know what my password is anyway, so.
Doesn't matter. You said you got the same one for everything. That was stupid to say that online.
I trust everybody.
Oh, yeah, you do, right. Okay. Ringo Locust, I get Christmas stuff to the Nicaraguan coffee pickers, plus a piñata stuffed with Hershey chocolate. Oh, well, that's good. Oh, and Wrestler has a Healthy Home Cooking channel is up. And I thought she'd quit doing it, actually.
I haven't seen anything new for a long while.
Yeah, so, but evidently she's going to be doing it again.
Put up I think it was a members only. I think that's what it was last night.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
So go check out Mr. Rizzo's channel, William Rizzo 1285. He's got a lot of stuff on there about dances at Belglade and their rec center and Uptown. I said he still isn't to where he can monetize yet, so he can still have the music on there and the dancing and everything. But he's got some good. He's got the golf cart parade. A lot of stuff on his channel, so go check it out and subscribe. Don't just go subscribe. So he gets those subscribers. Let's get his subscription up.
Yeah,
And
subscribing is free.
Yeah.
Old people, this ain't HBO where you have to pay $15 a month to subscribe. It's free.
And check out Healthy Home Cooking's channel. Like
Yeah, if you want to know about how eating some of the most boringest food in the world, go to Healthy Home Cooking, and you can learn how to eat food with no meat, no flavor, or any ingredients whatsoever.
Oh yeah. And I said it's it's stuff that you don't expect um, on your normal cooking shows. And I said, and that's good for a lot of us that are changing the way we eat to give you some good recipes.
Life is about enjoying things, enjoying your food, enjoying the free drinks of wine. Even God drank wine.
It all depends on what you enjoy.
I think I'm going to become a Jew. They seem to be the only ones that really kind of enjoy things.
You haven't even become a real person yet. Laura says, don't leave your keys in the golf cart would be a good password.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
everybody would know it though.
They'd figure that one out.
Yeah, they figured that one out
Or
really,
see
really
you on the
quick.
other side. Actually, I had a password one time for something. I forget what it was, but that was my password. Instead of spelling it out, that's where the CUO, whatever.
TOS,
That
yeah.
stands for CU on your. That was my password.
Yeah, he's so goofy.
It ain't no more, but it was.
Yeah. But anyhow, we're going to get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful Christmas. Some of you we'll see you tomorrow. The rest of you we'll see you next Wednesday. But have a great day.
I hear the
The birds, yeah.
yeah.